Show us something.
What you want to talk about today?
All right, we're live.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Thank you,
we?
Patriolo.
Oh, we're on.
All right, we are live for the CeleTake podcast, and let me put this. You're Eric. That's you in the picture. Yep,
that's me.
You got to do the cool.
Patriolo.
Panthers, the best in CeleNation.
You should have wore a Panthers jersey. That would have been way better.
I should have called a little more.
So welcome to the CeleTake podcast, where we talk anything and everything CeleNation. Shout out Eric, our host. He cannot be here tonight. He's at Cirque du Soleil with his girlfriend, so shout out him. Shout out Laura. Still made the graphics, though, so shout out Eric. Gotta love it. All right, we got some special guests today. My co-host, third time on the pod this season as well.
Yeah.
The trick shot, Pat Tapolt Triolo.
That's right. Coined by Mike Scalco.
Nope, Tone.
Oh, wait. Tone, we'll give you the credit on it just for tonight.
Just for tonight, Tone. Shout out, Tone. Season 6 champion, Patriolo. To his right, Season 4 champion, former dog twice, Season 6 3-point champion. Oh, the second time was a short stint, but I blame Yusuf. Ryan Salaji in the building.
He's here.
All right.
Y'all.
And to my left, a doctor of many things, but mostly shots. Mr. Kyle Arts, Season 5 champion, playing in his 5th season. Weren't you leading 3-point percentage shooter as well? That would have been a good fact on here.
I'm second right now.
Well, no. Didn't you have a previous season where you were?
Yeah, I think season 4 or something like that.
There you go. Shot doc, everybody.
Close enough.
Welcome.
You won the championship with Season 5? Or
Yes.
3-point?
Yeah, he was a Mako.
Yeah, back when they did a 3-point contest too, I won that
Cheers to you
one
on that,
time.
sir.
So, I think I beat Ant.
Oh,
One time.
we'll talk about that.
No, you beat us.
3-point contest.
Okay. There's reverb on the audio. Thank you. There is reverb. And there's lip sync delay.
Who said that, Luke?
Dean.
Nice, Dean. Happy
All
birthday,
right, guys.
Dean, right? It's Dean's birthday, too.
Today?
Yesterday.
Oh, my God. It's not Dean's birthday. His birthday's in October. All right, guys. I'm not as organized as Eric with this, but I'm going to do my best. So we're going to go into last week's matchup. The first game, the two worst teams in the league. We had the Ravens going on against the Martians. Martians going for their first win, up by 10 with less than 2 minutes left. For those of you that watched the Pyrocast, you know Darvis broke that down for us in about a 1-hour glorious finale. So for the Martians, Vaughn, happy birthday to Vaughn. It was his birthday. 17 points, 7 rebounds, shot 5 for 8 from 3. Dame with a breakout game for him, 17 points, 8 from 14 from the field. Peasy, Phil Wells, 16 points, 6 rebounds. Dante, I don't know how he got 12 assists, but it's 6 assists and 8 points. And then Horace, 5 points, 7 rebounds, but he shot 1 for 7 from the field. On the other side, your winners, Dre Kimberly, 29 points, 2 steals with a huge 4. Fel Pierre, 20 points, 11 rebounds. Happy birthday to Fel. I believe it is his birthday. Xavier Ortiz, a.k.a. X, 9 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds off the bench. Sauce, 7 points and a game winner, 5 steals, 4 assists. And DP, a.k.a. Hume, 6 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. Did you guys all see that game, watch that game? Were you guys all here for that?
Absolutely.
I was not.
Okay.
I wasn't there, but I did watch it back. I try to watch all the games just to see what I missed. But
Fair enough.
Dre was Dre. He finally showed up, but more Martians blowing that game.
Oh, yeah.
Just poor game management, poor decision making. I mean, with the ball, you're up. Why are you taking shots?
Kill that time.
I think part of that is, I know the captains want to play, but sometimes captains need to be a captain and maybe view from the bench or still be the game manager while you're on the floor. So I feel like that really hurt them. And I think it was Ziggy that actually took the shot.
Yeah, with 40-something seconds left.
Sorry, Zig. You gotta pull that baby out and slow it down.
Yeah, Martians got the skill, just not the mental toughness. That's what they lack. That's what I think. And it sounds like the Ravens, they had everybody step up and play. So it's several guys scoring over 15, so can't ask for more than that.
Shorthanded Chan and Chili as well.
Oh, okay.
So they did it with 6.
Better.
Yeah.
Even better.
Now, I wasn't there this week, but Gallo started again.
Gallo did start.
And
He did not shoot very well. Missed a lot of layups. Very Chili-esque.
Got you.
Pull the mic up to your guys' mouths as much as possible.
Game prior though, Gallo was looking good.
He did,
getting the ball
yes.
down low, really hitting his shots close in the post, and he really stood out.
I think it like helps them get into the right positions when he's in the lineup. And something that I got to say is Hume's been passing more.
I noticed that as well.
The first few games he was
Right.
shooting, and I think it was one of the commentaries. I was like, man, if he just passes that, he's gonna get open shots coming back to him. So just to see 4 assists in that game, I think he had more last week, and he was having fun, doing the.
I saw him facilitating quite a bit. He looked a lot more composed and just kind of more of his game instead of just jacking shots.
The first few weeks was
Yeah.
that,
No,
and I think that helps, man.
Yeah, he's
Shout
been
out
their
to Porter.
point guard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been helping, and Sauce obviously, but I think that's the difference. And then you got other guys that you're finding Dre, you're finding Fell. I'm not gonna give him my game plan, but you can watch when we played them. We're just trying to make other people beat you. And
How many games have the Ravens won?
2 now,
now.
2-game
Two?
winning streak.
Okay, so are they almost guaranteed almost?
I mean, the Martians
Yeah.
have 3 games, so
Okay.
they have a
Okay.
chance, but they have the tiebreaker, so they got to win all 3 to beat them.
Okay.
And
They-
they played the 1 in 20 Goblins at some point.
You guys are extra
so.
cheesy, bro. Don't worry. Y'all good. Y'all good.
The cheddar was
Yeah,
flowing.
yeah.
we're gonna talk about that later.
We'll get there.
We got a lot to say.
But yeah, no, Martians. I feel like it's hard to watch that they're in every single game, and then to see them actually have a game where they were about to win, and then they poorly managed it and just
It reminds me
slipped
of
right out.
like a NBA team that is just they're in every game and they just can't finish. But I was gonna bring it up later, but we're on the Martians. All they got to do is beat you guys if you guys go win this, and they're in the playoffs on their side of the
Right, because
bracket.
they'll hold the tiebreaker.
And I feel like
with
they're
one
strong
win.
enough to get a dub on you guys.
They look solid, but can they close the game? Can they finish the game?
Can you guys?
Yeah.
You guys had that game last week. We'll talk about it later.
We'll get there.
We like
but-
to throw the game out at other teams, and then we somehow reel it right back in. Right
Big
there.
shot by your first rounders, and that's about
And
it.
then you trade them off and stuff too.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Braylon's off, right? This is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. If we could trade him, we would.
The deadline's over.
Trade him to the Goblins.
Perfect.
Just joking, Braylon. That's not true. We don't spread rumors.
No, but
Yeah.
credit to the Ravens as well. They've been another resilient team, kind of in every game, never really getting killed like that. And my boy Sauce with the
that
left.
was nice,
Big
man.
time shot. 1
Big
second on the
time.
clock.
Yeah.
Love it with the sauce.
We're going to move on to game 2. Mako's Panthers. The Panthers' first in-conference game. No bouncy, bruh.
Uh-oh.
So, as we've seen, 0-3 without him. Pat is too loud now. God damn it.
I'm too loud.
All right, you guys pull it up to you.
I'm like,
As I know, I'm literally making out with it. I'm all
I
up
could
on
lick it
it.
right now. I could lick it.
Me and Pat should be connected to the same one. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I
Heard.
turned me down.
Turn the treble up.
I'm trying my best here, guys. I don't know what you want. All right, so Mako's Panthers. As we said, Panthers 0-3 without Bouncy. That being said, Nacho, dominant performance. 34 points, 13 for 20 from the field.
damn.
Alex Santino, 14 points, 5 rebounds. Marcus Russell, 7 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. Step back E, 7 points, 6 rebounds. Brandon Steed, I think he's the guy that kind of killed them here. 4 points, 5 rebounds, 1 for 9 from the field.
Oof.
Dom Johnson, 35 points, 10 rebounds, 7 for 10 from 3. Phenomenal performance
No
from
longer
Weekly Splash.
trash.
Fritz Sejour, happy birthday to him as well. A lot of
Hey,
birthdays this week. I know.
Christ,
Yeah.
my
Big
birthday
week.
too.
Nice. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1v1 God, 13 points, 9 rebounds. Job, 10 points, 3 steals. And Luke Finelli, 9 points, 1 steal.
Luke.
He hit 2 big threes. It says 3 threes. I thought he hit a layup. I don't know.
No, he missed it. I think he sent the brick.
No, I
Right.
thought he hit one
did he hit
layup
one?
and then I don't know. Whatever.
He looked like
Who
Brick
the
Nick
fuck
on those
cares?
layups, man.
Thought he sent the
I see you,
brick.
Brick Nick. Shut up.
All right. Did you watch this one?
I watched some highlights of it. Yeah.
Okay,
Watched some highlights
that's
of it,
good
so-
enough. You can
So-
weigh in then.
Okay.
You heard the box score, so
So it sounded like, well, the game went how Dom went. He hit his shots that game.
Yep.
Makos won, and then the other guys contribute as they should. They have a good roster. It's just if they continue to mesh like that consistently. I don't honestly. I think after that trade, I personally think they got worse, just because of you have 1v1 good player. You have Fritz, good player. Anderson, good player. Dom, good player. They all need the ball in their hands. They don't do a lot off the ball. So when it comes down to a close game,
Right.
Love them all. I just think they're going to struggle. They're going to struggle when it comes down to a big game.
I think it
stretch.
helped not having Anderson. That's less touches.
I was
That
gonna
they
say
had.
that, yeah.
He wasn't there.
Okay, well that balances out a little bit
Yeah.
more.
I think
okay.
that was part of the friction with like when Sway was
Okay.
over there. It was like,
And then on the Panther side of it, Nacho, huge game, but having another guy like Bouncy takes us a lot off his shoulders.
Yep.
Where he could, instead
Right.
of 34, he could be okay with like 20, and then Bouncy could pick up 15 to 20.
Yep.
And it makes everything else easier for everybody else.
I believe Bouncy's averaging over 20.
right.
Yeah,
So
so-
he's got a good
yeah.
case for top
So,
5 pick.
Yeah, from
next
what I've
season.
seen from him, he's solid. He's
Yeah.
solid for sure. I mean,
Very efficient
Yeah.
too.
He's been
Yeah.
really good shooting
Yeah.
the ball well from
Yeah.
deep. I think that was obviously their biggest letdown. Just no one else was really getting engaged. Like Alex kind of got going later, started hitting his threes
Yeah.
later in the game.
Yeah,
It's
he had
kinda
2 in garbage time.
Too,
Who was
it's
that?
a little too
Alex
late. And then
Santino.
Oh, Santino, yeah.
Steed kind of struggled a little bit. He's been great this season though.
He has.
I will say his
He has.
mid range and his 3 both have been like really
Better.
good this year. Whereas like in seasons prior, maybe you live with the 3, but I feel like this year he's actually been knocking it down. So he just had one bad game and
Yep.
instead of the best player guarding Nacho and Bouncy Bruh, now you got your second or first defender guarding Brandon Steed. So. Tough game for the Panthers. If E would have just dropped 30, they would have been fine. But
Did he? Well, they're
They're still the team to beat. Don't worry about it. They're still the team to beat.
Realistically, I feel like they needed more from Marcus. Like, yes, Steed should have been that other guard because he's been playing like that, but they had no big on the Makos. So to not have Marcus have double digits is like you kind of need
took
that
like 2
in
or
that
3
kind of
shots,
game.
right?
No, he took more than that. He blew a
saw
good
a
amount of
couple
little
little-
layups.
I saw a couple near the rim. They did miss a lot of layups.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a ton of offensive rebounds on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
I mean, a ton.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, Panthers started off that game up by double digits, and then the Makos went on a tear, and they never looked back.
Figured it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I know they said didn't have Marcus the week before, but I think I was the only one that was like, "You're missing Bouncy, bro." It wasn't about missing both of them. To me, it was if you don't have Bouncy, you're screwed. And I did talk to Bouncy before the season. I said, "How many games you gonna make?" Because I know he works or has other basketball stuff that pays. But he feels confident he's gonna show. I don't know.
They definitely need
We'll
him.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been sounding in the chat. I've been tagging him. Where are you, Bentley?
He doesn't say
Yeah,
a word
yeah.
in that chat.
Hey, but does Dom continue to drop 30, 35 points?
No.
Shooting 7 for 10 from 3, no.
See, that's what happened in the Goblins Dogs game. All of a sudden,
Yep.
Dom goes 5 for 10 from 3. Juan hits 7 threes or
Yep.
something crazy.
Minus those games, he's 1 for 10
Yeah.
for 3.
That conference is
Right.
going to be somebody's going to get screwed in the end because
Oh,
the
for
conference
sure.
is tight.
Yeah.
The conference is tight.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
You
It's
think,
tough.
you
We're in
think
a bad
my
spot.
Panthers? I'm E today, so is my Panthers making the playoffs?
Did you win your scrimmage game? I mean,
Oh.
that's the most important thing.
It's on his
me
resume.
I don't know. I mean, Berg might be in the running for captain if the Panthers don't make it. So.
you mean Luke Dominic?
Dang.
Golly.
Nah, Makos look good, though.
They did look good.
Everybody well balanced. Joel doesn't
Everybody was
have to
trusting
be
each
a
other.
hero because Dom was your hero,
Yeah.
but he can be. And then, like you said, no Anderson. What happens if he's there? Does he want some of those shots that Dom had? Does he
Oh,
kinda-
definitely.
A minute as
100%.
well.
Right. Does he kind of throw that off, or not that he's a bad player, just another
No, he's a
guy
solid
that needs
shooter.
The ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he needs his 8 or 10 shots.
True. I wish I got 8 or 10.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll get there.
Maybe now you will.
Well, maybe.
All right, game 3. We've got Dragons versus the Mambas. Dragons lose this one by 19, 55-74. Nixon Alvarado, 20 points, shooting 6 for 23 from the field. 8 rebounds. Mike Parker, 17 points, 5 assists, shooting over 50%, 7 for 15. Ghost, 9 points. Jordan Becker, 6 points, 2 steals. And Gene Ballister, 3 points and 1 steal
Oof.
after a 23-point performance the week before.
And
Darvis, let him hear it. Darvis was all over him.
Jesus Christ.
All
No
right.
pause either.
Yeah, yo. In the parking garage. All right. For the Mambas, Tommy Dennis, the Shiesty Bandit, 35 points, 15 of 26. Batman. No. 13 points for Batman. Career high. Shout out the Bat. Great game for him. The big man, Sean, 7 points, 10 assists, 24 boards.
Jesus Christ.
It's
Wait,
ridiculous.
Say it again.
7 points, 10 assists,
Almost a
24
triple-dub.
boards.
24 rebounds. Did
Christian
anyone else
Cruz.
get a rebound?
That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable.
It's insane.
There's no heart.
Well, they didn't have their
I don't
only
give,
size.
I don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
Kyle would have fouled the shit out of him.
I got 6 to use.
Something.
Christian Cruz, 6 points, 4 boards, and Jay Nola, 5 points, 4 boards.
Christ.
Man, what a game.
What'd you see out there, Pat?
So
Pat wasn't even there.
I chimed in like who was it Dean the week before, and I was just saying I don't know what. Sorry, Sean goes to me. You had the advantage for 6 minutes, man. You just let us play our game 4-on-5.
That was a
You got to take advantage there.
huge
I know you
thing.
don't have your big.
What was this? It was like 8-3. You guys were up. or
Yeah, like we
something.
shouldn't be up.
5-on-4.
I
Russian
saw what
shots.
Kyson said. Kyson, that was hilarious.
It's because Black History Month is over is what they're saying. We had the all-white epised.
Oh, God.
It's St. Patty's, all right, guys?
Yeah. That's
Irish.
First day of
Charms.
Lent.
No, but I mean, and I even told my guys, like, there's no Josiah. You could just send it in to Sean and have them foul you, waste a minute or two. But I know Shane's just going to play basketball. We're fine.
Push. Dude, it didn't even look like 4-on-5.
No, they look scared.
6 minutes and you scored 3 points.
I hung
Well,
up
not you,
the.
the
No,
Dragons.
I'm saying I hung up the.
They were losing
Bill.
on the 4-on-5.
Yeah, big
Which is
time.
wild. Yeah.
They just forcing stuff, not really. They didn't move the ball at all.
They didn't game plan for it at all. They had
Exactly.
guys on top of each other, and they allowed the defense to just guard them
Right.
instead of spreading out, having a guy on the high post, and forcing the ball to go. It was really hard to
6
watch.
minutes.
And I did the stats on it too. Watched it all back. And I don't know. Maybe I was hyping up Nixon and Tay too much because Nixon started off like 0 for 14. It was crazy.
Nixon had a rough start.
Yep.
Getting to down the lane, like normal shots he usually hits, missing inside.
Yeah.
Well, because he had
Kinda-
Sean there, and he still kept
Different
forcing
presence.
it. Yeah.
He's expecting a couple foul calls, wasn't really getting them, but just
So
really
you had
struggled
your full
early
team
on.
except you, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Even Toro was able to show. Shane was there. That was
Okay.
his 3rd or 4th game of the season. Fourth.
Yeah.
But I just. I know people gave me shit about not playing Batman the week before, but I had a risk assessment and it worked out because I said we're playing the Dragons next week, and if this is the team that had to give us the chance to beat the Coyotes, pull off the comeback win, I ran with that, and guess what? Batman had his career high. That's why I'm wearing the old school Mambas jersey. And,
I walked in the gym and I started putting my shoes on. A bat comes with me. Kyle, you heard, right?
No,
You heard, right? I had my career high today. I was like, yeah, I saw you with him and Tommy switch the jerseys and
Yeah,
everything.
man.
So
shout out Bat, man.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Bat.
just out there having fun, man. That was most important, man. So
Dragons are just outmatched. I mean, we already know what you guys are capable of, the caliber players that you have. Guy that gets 24 rebounds in a game. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a high caliber player. You had Shane in that mix, Tommy, MVP in that mix, IQ. Just you guys have it all around. So.
But I think it shows that you kind of live and die by Gene too. Like the week before was versus you guys, right? When he had 23.
Yep.
He
And
had 7 wide open 3-pointers.
like, how does that happen? But I think he was wide open to start the game and stuff, and you missed those first few, and you're not as confident, man. His confidence
Yep.
was up the week before.
But also, everybody was hitting threes.
Yeah,
Mike Parker was
that's
hitting
true.
threes. Nixon was hitting threes.
That's
Freaking
not sustainable.
Prince hit a
Yeah.
three
No,
or
it's not
2
sustainable.
threes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys had a bad run that game. That was
You
just
had
unfortunate.
a rough.
If I was Ghost, I would have been like, man, they're starting 4-on-5 for 6 minutes. Let's get all over them. Let's pick one guy to.
And then when you guys got your 5 back,
Yeah.
thing with the Mambas, just limit easy baskets.
Right.
Easy. That'll take about 20 to 25 points away that game, and then you just play basketball from there. That's all it is. It's just being disciplined. It's being disciplined.
You got to be disciplined.
Yeah. So they know what they're doing.
But Dragons, I mean, look, they have 2 wins now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're
Yep,
in
2
great
and 4.
shape to be in the playoffs in your division. Shout out Goblins.
Goblins and Martians sitting at the bottom right now. It's tough. All right. Game 4 last week.
Ooh.
The Coyotes take down the Wild Dogs. You have Alex Sanchez leading the Coyotes with 29 points, 8 boards. He shot 66.67%. Tyreek, 16.6 rebounds. Same thing, shot 66.67%. Nick Arcina, 9 points, 6 assists, 4 boards.
Bum.
Pat Klein,
Damn.
6 points. Gene Lopez, 4 points, 8 assists. On the other side, Chef, 19 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds, almost a triple-double again.
Jesus Christ.
Juan, 17 points, 9 boards, but he shot 6 for 20 from the field.
Oof.
You have me, 13 points, 6 assists, shot 5 for 10 from the field. Mitch, 3 points, 1 block. Big-time block on Nick the Brick. And Kyle King, 6 rebounds and 3 fouls. That's our stats. Jeff played great. Yeah, how do you not have Jeff in here?
Well, Kyle had 3 fouls. We got to put that in.
I guess so. Yeah, 3
Killing
fouls in the
it.
first half.
Should have had 6.
You would have a
This was
single
a tough
single.
one.
That
All
was a
right,
good game.
go ahead. Take us.
I was
take us away.
actually I was there for the end of the Mama game, and then I watched all of the Coyote Dogs game. It's a really good game. Chef getting to his spots, missed a couple easy ones, there's a couple middies he normally hits. But I think Coyotes came and just took it, man. They wanted it.
Yep.
You know, they fought, they got rebounds, they were scrapping. I don't know. Alex is MVP, dude. The way that guy gets inside and moves around people, gets rebounds,
All right.
just gets inside. Oh yeah,
That was wicked. Yeah.
awesome.
Alex is definitely in the running.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he meant, Kyle.
Yeah.
Because Kyle feels a different way.
Kyle's-
Kyle, I mean,
We can debate that after.
Yeah,
I'm open to hearing that.
Yeah.
but I mean, Coyotes are hungry.
Coyotes
They
look
have
good,
something
man.
to prove.
They got a very versatile team.
But-
Very versatile team.
And all the jokes, all the trolling I do, love those boys. I really do. They didn't play us with Shane. They didn't play you guys with Fessy. Those games are different. I'm not saying the outcomes would be different, but it's a different ball game. I want to see Bouncy Bruh versus Panthers this week. I need to see it. I need to see them beat
Take down a full
conference-
team?
Yeah, a conference opponent.
Fair enough.
But other than that, to the game, down the stretch, right, it was where the game kind of opened up, and
We were up at the end of that game.
mm,
We just did not close out. We didn't move the ball well. We clearly had a lack of chemistry. And I think Chef showing up 2 minutes before tip-off hurts. Got to warm up.
He needed to get warm because those shots
Yeah.
he normally makes. He was
In the
missing.
beginning, he shot. He was like 0 for 6 to start the game.
Yeah.
It's like that hurts because he's going to take shots, and like rightfully so, he should. But he normally hits those, and so like we need him to be there to warm up, to be ready. Him and Jeff both walked in the gym while we're doing layup lines. It's like, dude, we can't have that. We got to be here.
yeah,
It's frustrating.
two
You
important
should
pieces
trade both
to-
of those guys.
You know what? I wish I
Get Ryan
could.
to the Goblins.
All right, I'll trade them for you and Sway. Let's get Ryan back. You have your jersey, right?
I got it.
All right, he's ready.
Iron
makes sense to
Express
me.
is
All
ready
right,
to
good,
go.
good, good.
No, but like not to take anything away from the Coyotes, man. They're just hungry. They want to
Yeah,
prove
no,
something.
they played more like a team than us.
They're playing smart ball. They're taking
Yeah.
their time, moving the ball. They got smart players. I mean, Pat
trusting each other.
came in, hit 2 timely threes. I know that was all the points he had, but 2 back-to-back threes
Yeah.
just freaking
Bad defense.
hurt you guys.
Bad defense.
But
Yeah, I mean, I wish Pat played more versus us. He was airballing them versus us, but shout out Pat for making them versus the Dogs.
What's up with
No team to
Fessy?
beat.
Is he coming back or
We'll see. I texted him today, and he didn't text me back. So we'll see.
But he has his number, so that's pretty cool. He has a celeb's number.
No,
so.
I can't. Yeah, Fessy's a nice guy. I hope he comes back. If not, I guess I'll get a 6-round talent.
There
Let's go to talk about that.
we'll get there.
Kyle, what do you think, man? I mean,
It hurts not having your big guy like
Yeah.
that produces a lot. So put some more on Juan. I mean, Juan's a good player, a very streaky shooter.
Yeah.
Game goes a lot differently if he's hitting his shots.
He did have a couple shots at the end, like
Yeah.
good look.
Good
Just
look,
didn't
yeah.
fall.
I saw like the last
Had
10
like
minutes of the game.
3 of them.
There's a lot of shots that were in the flow of the game. It just didn't go your guys' way.
Yep.
the weeks before, Juan was hitting those shots.
Oh,
down
the week
stretch.
before, he literally, I think, within like a 3 or 4 minute span, he hit
Lightened it
two
up.
solid
Yeah.
threes, and then like a tough one, like a
Yeah,
drifter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So I was like, oh shit.
But you
okay.
live and die by that, and
Yeah.
did he play big for you guys? Like, is he playing like a big, or was he outside?
No,
stretch?
he's definitely a wing.
So
yeah.
that you have Fessy there, he's got to adjust to that for you guys at least.
We still had 9 boards.
Okay, so he was guarding
Crash,
Tyreek, or were you guys in his own?
No, we were men. We rotated. It was just depending on it. I mean, because we have Jeff and Kyle.
Yeah.
The thing about that conference, man, literally anybody can beat anybody. It's some teams just matchups don't favor them, and then other things it just matters who shows up that day. That's really what it comes down to.
And Nick wants to talk about himself more. I see.
And they want to get credit.
Oh,
I think
credit.
Alex is
No, no.
good. He's
Nick's
the hit man.
DPOY.
He's going to put a hit on us.
He's actually the second coming.
Hey, Nick did look good defensively. He had
Whoa.
a couple strips. He was guarding Chef for some of that game. He looked good.
Yeah, Chef only barely had a triple double.
Yeah,
look.
He did a great job. Nick.
But Chef
triple
did-
double. Shit.
No, he had 19,
Nothing
10, and
crazy,
9.
nothing
19,
crazy.
10, and
Oh,
9.
damn, Nick's the
I
best
still think
player
he did a
ever.
good job.
That's like when they said Iguodala was MVP and held LeBron to like
36,
something-
13, and 9.
Yeah,
Oh,
something like
yeah.
that.
Nick held Tommy to 28, but I held Alex to 18 in his own. But still counts. Lowest scoring.
You said zone, so it's your defense.
It's my defense.
DPOY. Eric.
Just kidding, Alex. You're the best ever. And Nick, you are the second coming.
It's Cinder Brick Arcina.
Oh, yeah, Cinder Brick, man.
Yeah, he's evolved from
Shout out
brick
to all
to
those
cinder
bricks
block.
building churches.
I heard he's got a lot of phone posits. I need one.
Send me some sneakers.
Sneaker diarrhea.
Richard Pena, don't say that, man. I'll shave your beard.
Oh, no. That's how he loses his powers. Makos won't make the playoffs. All right.
Okay, shave your beard.
This is a different graphic because we didn't have the stats in time, so pardon my last-minute efforts. It's efforts nonetheless. All
That's
right.
good.
It's something. All right. Familia beats the Goblins 62-58. Braylon leading the way, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. Big time 3 at the clutch time to seal that game. Sterling Shakespeare, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 fractured ankle. We'll get to that in just a moment. For the Gobs, the captain comes back, 23 points, 1 assist, 1 board, and Josue Padilla. A lot of bitching, but 18 points, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds.
10 bitches.
Way more than 10. He started off the game just coming at me hot.
Dude, that graphic you put of Sway, damn. R.I.P.
That's
boy,
my guy.
man.
What did he say?
Every time I got around him and breathed, foul! I was like, yo.
Hey, that's our leader, man.
I heard
He's-
if he didn't do that, you guys would have won. That's what I heard.
Nah,
Nah, he
No.
did his thing.
Nah, Sway was balling
Actually, like, in all honesty, I hate to say it, like,
Say it, man.
I wish we would have lost that game. I wish we would have lost
Oh,
that
you
game.
sound like me last week.
No,
2
because
weeks ago.
we had the better team. I think some of the guys on our team wanted to win so bad because, no offense, I mean, me and Ryan are we talk a lot,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they don't have a roster. They
We
got and I'll be point blank, all
You need
nice
to be
guys.
humbled. You need
Yeah,
to be
all good guys on the team, but they got 3 7th rounders on that team
Correct.
that can't play. So, sorry if you're feeling
Name
hurt.
names.
Yeah,
I
no, they
mean,
know who they are.
We
They're-
don't have the talent, but we do
Yeah.
have, those guys just went out and they wanted
you
it.
you had a lot.
We had
Everybody
a bunch of people that just wanted
Yeah.
to win.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
on the team that game, they stepped up. They did what they needed to do.
Right.
Just a couple of things towards the end and go their way.
And it helped
Um,
having Dean back, spread the floor.
Well, they
Yeah,
also
yeah.
didn't feed the hot hand down the stretch as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
He had a stretch where he probably had 10 to 12 points, and then he
Didn't see the ball.
Yeah, Dean or Sway?
Dean. Like he had one of his 1 or 2 games he has a season, one of
Yep.
those games, and, you know. Yeah,
I-
we hit our free throws, which helped.
Free throws hurt us.
I've missed like 5 free throws, which
Free
is
throws
hurt
freaking
us
freak.
down the
No,
stretch
this
for
season I
sure.
missed like 5 free
Shot
throws.
doc.
It pisses me off.
He's not his
Change
for
his
3-pointers,
name.
Yeah.
not at free throws.
Changing his name.
But this game I actually made all 3 of my free throws.
Nice
so,
event, sir.
but
There's just a couple plays specifically that really hurt us. Not making free throws, and then I think JPP had a chance to go up for a layup. Shout out to Defensive Player of the Year. X freaking jumped up and just
You heard
swatted
that,
his
Nick.
shit. You know, that could have been a layup to put us up.
yeah,
We
we just went into it with the
We
wrong
had
mindset.
some-
We wanted the steals. We wanted the ball so bad that we overplayed and ended up hurting
Were
ourselves.
people
Yeah.
taking shots just like greedy a little bit?
No. It was the thing was our defense we were overplaying. We were trying to gamble too much. Okay, because like we're better. We should be doing this and
It's
that.
the Goblins.
Yes, exactly. It's the
Yeah.
Goblins and Ish is going in getting layups.
Ish did
yeah.
a great
Ish was
job.
balling.
Yeah, or
We decided that I was
yeah.
going to roam a little bit more. We're going to let Ish get on the ball a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I think he did very good
Yeah.
in that role. couple times could have kicked out, but I mean, driving in, making his layups. He hit a 3 that game.
Yeah, you guys got
but
a lot of easy buckets just from us being out of position.
towards the end of the game,
yeah.
we had like 3 3-point attempts that were just probably not good looks. I think I had one that I felt good towards the end of the game to put us up 1. I got the ball in the middle, came down, pulled back, shot it, but I'm shooting about 8% from 3 this year.
Yeah, you're struggling. That's why I would have liked to see Dean.
I don't know
'Cause it was you,
what's
Ish, and
going on.
JPP. I believe down the stretch that took those.
Sway
Oh, no,
took
and
one in
Sway.
the corner.
Sway, and he took one at the top
Ish
of the
took
key as
one
well.
that probably wasn't a great shot.
No,
I had
but
one
you-
at the top of the key.
Give
but
it to Dean.
I'm surprised I didn't get slip and fall the week.
You should have on
There's
that
still
flop.
time. There's still time.
I have that clip. Don't worry.
Okay.
I hadn't gotten to that game yet, and I want to start getting those out of the way.
I mean, you guys have a great starting 5, right? Benton, JPP.
Well, Benton not being there, obviously.
He wasn't
Well,
there.
Okay.
He wasn't
so
there.
that's important.
Freaking
But-
sucked
but
for
you
me.
guys
I
got
didn't
all
guard a
your
little
plays,
slow
right?
guy.
You got Sway now. You got
For-
Dean and you should be in different spots for 3-pointers.
The
man.
only person on our team
and
that
you'll get that. You'll get out of that.
that I honestly I think hurt them just because I don't know, in my opinion, he didn't play how he needed to was JPP because he's capable of
heard.
doing a lot more, but he just that game I don't know, he just didn't have it like for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. The only thing what we talked about is, okay, they're gonna press us. This is what we need to do. You need to be here. You need to be here. This is how we need to play.
Talk about it, but
And
You guys did a good job of beating the press, though. You didn't
they
dribble
eventually
through.
laid off.
Yeah.
Tone stopped pressing at some point and just kind of was meeting us at half court or not even pressing at
Mhm.
all. So
Yeah.
I noticed that.
I was literally the whole game full time help side. People were running into me, just bouncing off me. Sometimes they blew the whistle, sometimes they didn't.
I gotta
So-
say, man, but Ryan, you're a shooter. You're gonna break out of the slump. The season before, me and Mike were gunning for Shane, my guy. And if Shane was gonna be taken, it was you, and you ended up with him, right? Because I took Shane, I think.
No, I didn't. Tone got him in the second round
Tone
last
got
season.
you
Last
last
season,
season. But that was the plan. Both of us were like, if Shane's not there, it's gonna be Ryan.
It's
Like
been a
we
struggle,
know,
man.
you're gonna be good, man. I think you just gotta stop thinking about it.
If you look back to season 5, for me, I started off the season. I think I went like 1 or 2 for 20 plus from
I'm
3.
in that range.
Yeah, but then
it's bad.
the last 4 games I shot over 60%. So like you
can
could
break
you
out
could
of that.
yeah you
that
could
last
easily
game,
just turn
you
it
did
off.
a lot of
Leave
other
me
things though.
open.
You
Yeah.
did, yeah, that
Just
were
leave me
beneficial.
open.
Yeah.
Do you want that? I'd rather have a hand on my face. No,
I hate being wide open.
Right.
I hate being wide open.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man.
Don't give it-
Maybe it's
we're
my
giving too many
shoes.
clues.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
I changed mine at halftime and I had 10
sleeping
points in the
habits.
second half.
I don't know what it is, man.
you know what? I think you need more alcohol, man. That helps.
Yeah, Mick Ultra before the game.
There you go.
Hey,
man.
Pat Klein does it.
But-
See,
No,
you never
but
know what you can get. With
shout,
Pat.
shout out Goblins, man. We came to fight. We freaking put on a hell of a game. Like
I will say
nobody
that.
thou we'd be
No,
in that
no,
game.
I agree.
No.
I
Commentary was saying it the whole
That
time.
was like the last straw. If we got blown out by 30 or 40, like some of our players may not have showed up for the rest of the season, you know. And
Crazy.
I was contemplating the same thing. Like, do
What?
I even want to
Oh,
be
shit.
here? I don't come here to get blown out and run up and down the court.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I want to compete. I
Yeah.
want to win. Like,
Yeah. So on that note, the biggest game I think for you guys is the Martians game. If you play like that,
Who's your remaining 3 games?
Ravens, Martians, and
I think it's one of our conference or something. But you got
I don't
a good
remember
chance
because
on
now I
breaking.
Yeah,
played
yeah,
on
yeah.
2 different teams.
Yeah.
Thanks to Mike.
Well, those 2 games you just mentioned
Thanks to
are
Mitch.
We
winnable.
may have.
Definitely winnable.
Definitely
It was
winnable.
both of us.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys just have to game plan right. Do your studies on the Ravens, Martians. You've seen enough of, I think.
Let Sway do all the bitching. Everybody else just play.
Let's Sway
I'm not repping you anymore.
He'll handle it for everybody.
No.
Sway just
Sway
needs to
continues to be Sway.
He just needs to focus,
Yeah.
though. I mean, he can't. This is what I always say, and I'm sure Tone says the same thing. It's Cele Nation. The refs are players. You need to get yourself a big enough lead and not complain to the refs. I mean, again, the refs do a pretty damn good job compared to all the leagues.
You know, I
too.
didn't
In the
even
way,
wanna-
it's a strategy. It's a strategy.
What's that?
Huh?
Which part?
Whoa. Okay. I'm a smart player. This is a men's
Yeah,
league.
you are.
There's a running clock.
There's a running clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mm. I see what you're saying.
I mean, if you go back and look at our game, there's probably close to 5 minutes we didn't play.
And you're doing it on
You
purpose.
saw
is
my
that what you're saying,
caption.
Tom?
You saw my
Yeah,
caption.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
But is that a good strategy?
Well,
Yeah,
if somebody
yeah.
like me, if I'm up, I'm gonna take my time walking to the free throw line. I'm
I
gonna
know
take
you are.
my time doing that.
When we played you, I was
I'm
like,
gonna-
Kyle's
I'm gonna-
just wasting
I'm
time.
gonna give Ish a little love tap, and then he's
But
gonna
that's
get
better
upset,
than
and
IQ.
I'm gonna fall.
That's why I thought you were
Yeah.
older than your age, because I know
Yeah.
that you had
Yeah.
a better IQ
That
out
is
there,
another
man.
thing I wanted to bring up. Like, I don't want to say the technical 4-on-5 thing is a bad thing, but maybe like leave it up to the captain to decide late game. No, we want the free throw instead, because there was 2 technicals at the end of that game that could have influenced the game, where Maine tries to go and dunk it, and then
So
Fonzo
stupid.
hits the ball up in the
young.
air. So like that could have been 2 free throws that maybe changed something. You know what I mean?
I think the 4-on-5 is a unique thing that we have to figure out, because there's so many times, as we saw beginning of our game, beginning of your game, the team with 4 ends up scoring more for whatever reason than the
Yes.
team with
No,
5.
I still like
no,
it.
no, but I'm saying
But
that
late game, there's not even a minute left in the game.
you should be able to take advantage of that. The team with 5 should be able to figure out a way to take. Now, the one with
When-
Maine, you
when
guys are
there's
down by 4 with 7 seconds
seconds
left.
left, you
Yeah,
know.
but there's that's
You just
part of the
don't
rule
know.
for
You don't
sure.
know. What if it's a tie game or a 2-point game? You know, that could be something that it doesn't benefit us to have a player go out for 7 seconds,
Well-
but a free throw in the possession.
Well, there's a counter. All right, we bring the free throw back. Celeb shot. Woo! Put Omar on the line. Woo! You know, he's missing it.
And I heard that
possible.
Tone did like a defensive.
Yes, Tone has
Yeah.
been smart about it. I'm gonna try to figure out. I want to try to figure out like a game show type thing where you can buzz and
Yeah,
whoever
yeah,
buzzes
yeah.
in
That'd be-
first.
that'd be cool.
Because
Yeah.
we're
Cool.
saying, hey, on the foul, we're celebing.
But nobody communicated, and I'm the head ref. Nobody told me that. You guys said in the last one, "Hey, celeb," but then it wasn't 1-1 for one more. So when it happened, as soon as the whistle was blown, Tone screaming celeb.
I thought they were at 6 fouls already, though.
7 is
that-
a
that-
1-1.
I'm
Yep.
saying I thought they were at 6,
but-
and then we
no.
If
fouled.
they're at 6 and they're not at the line,
They were at
the flip
5.
shot's not used. So
I
you
was
still
being
good.
told that they were at 5. The thing said 5. It
I
went
thought
to
it was
6.
6 to 9, but
Thank you, sir.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, that's going to come into play in the playoffs. And the review. Don't forget, you got a review in the playoffs.
Oh, man, I'd love to review some shit. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we would too.
Oh
You know?
my God.
One camera. Make sure
Oh,
you got
yeah,
the
pick
good
the right
cameraman.
camera, too.
You gotta
Hey.
make sure the right
And
cameraman.
know who
is-
the refs are, because
Hey,
if they hate you,
I'm used to. I've been playing basketball a long time, but I am so tired of these little dudes just running right into me, and I get freaking blown a whistle.
Keep your
that a
feet
shot at
set.
me or what's up,
You
dude?
move your feet,
In our
and you
game, you
always
had like
throw
1 or
your
2
hips.
of them.
Yeah, dude. All right, the one Sway comes up to me though, kind of like that wasn't a foul. Like
Sway's good at
he
that
came
shit,
at me
though.
hard as hell and bounced right off me and fell. And I get called for. He's like, "Yo, that one wasn't a foul. That was literally." But you know, it's life. It is what it is.
pest control, man.
Yeah.
Control them, man.
Shout out
Just
my
smile,
boy Dean.
Smile. Move on to the next
My
one.
boy Dean was spraying that thing.
Nah, he had
Spraying.
a game. He had a
If I
game.
don't
That's for
shoot
sure.
0% from 3, like, maybe we
That's-
have a chance.
Look,
That last
I
one you
agree.
shot looked good.
It looked good.
That
Felt
last one,
good.
yeah.
In and out.
Yeah.
So
Just-
what do you have? How many points did Ryan have?
I don't know, 6
Probably
points or
like
something.
Couple layups?
Probably like 8
Yeah,
or
like-
something like that.
Look,
like
man,
3
just stay
layups.
confident. That's it. If you can,
Just takes
Nah.
one to go.
it does.
Just takes one to go.
You're like Pat Garrity.
And
Is that the name drop, man?
Jesus Christ.
Fat Gary.
You're wearing the
Old
Orlando
school.
hat, man.
Old school.
Oh, Fat Garrity.
Nah, but then letting Braylon shoot a wide open 3, you can't let best player in the league shoot a wide open 3.
He shot multiple wide open. He just happened to miss the other ones.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he was actually hitting this game where, like, last game he said he was sick or he was struggling from 3. So I'm thinking, okay, let him shoot a little bit. But he was hitting him. He was knocking him down for the most part. He was shooting it at a
Man,
decent
Braylon-
clip. And then
Don't let him shoot a wide open one. But he,
Don't let anybody shoot a wide open.
but
Sway-
but
Sway
watch
knows
out. He
what
gonna
happened
kick
on
those
that
feet
play.
and draw a foul.
Sway knows what happened.
But should we talk about what happened with their team, or is
With
that later in the
Sterling,
segment?
I think let's make a decision off camera, and then we can announce whatever
Gotcha.
happens. Because there was a decision made today, and now I guess Familia's overruling it based on
We'll know by the weekend.
discrepancies.
We'll know
So we'll
by
talk
the
about whatever we're talking about another time.
Yeah, I guess next week, or
Okay.
you'll just see on
I mean,
Sunday.
we can tell him what
Sterling
happened.
did something to his ankle.
He's out 6 to 8 weeks.
So,
Yeah.
he's out for the season. We're
There's
trying.
a possible injury.
We're trying to find a fair
fair.
replacement player for all
Fifth
parties.
rounder.
We were thinking Dom Douglas just comes in.
Yeah,
That's probably a good.
yeah, I think that's a
matchup.
good fit.
I mean,
Does that work for everybody?
Dwight Howard?
Dwight
I
Howard
think
could
Howard.
possibly.
I think that Tone believes that Dame is a 5th rounder, so I think Dame could go there.
You know what they should do? Get Dom Douglas and trade him for Bird on Dogs and put Dom Douglas on Dogs.
I
think
like that.
Why don't you just give me Dom?
You know what? Let's just do that.
Why are we even going in between?
Just kidding, everybody.
No one.
Coyotes are worried right now. Pack line, especially.
Nah, I think in our conference we'll be all right no matter what. But for
Not if you played the Goblins first round.
Nah.
nah,
Familia's a team to beat.
I'll be honest.
That's not gonna happen.
The thing is, without Sterling, somebody else has to step up on our team, and
Agreed.
we'll figure it out.
You guys
We'll
will.
figure it
I
out.
ain't
It's a
gonna
big
lie
part
to
of your
him.
offense.
Yeah, he was playing great this year.
Yeah.
So
Was he?
we'll-
Did he play good versus you guys?
Yep.
Last
Yeah, he
game?
had
Yeah,
16 again. I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
he's averaging like 15 or 16 points a
He was
game.
playing
He's
something
well.
playing
like
great.
that. Yeah.
Well, speaking of conferences, we're going to break down these conference standings right now. The final push for the Orange Conference, the weaker of the two. We've got Familia at the top there, 5-1. Well, I mean, it's very
You just
clear.
had to drop
They'll
it,
look
though.
at look at the numbers.
I
They're the only team with a winning record. They're 5-1. After that, 2-4, 2-4. Dragons and Ravens, Goblins 1-5, Martians. They're not on the Pyrocast rankings for a reason. 0-6. Remaining games for Familia: Dragons next, then the Dogs, and then the Ravens. For the Dragons, they've got Familia, then they've got the Ravens, and they've got the Martians. For the Ravens, they've got the Gobstoppers, the Dragons, and Familia. You guys, the Goblins, have the Ravens, the Martians, the Yodis.
Yodi's last.
That's a tough one to end it. And then the Martians have the Makos, Goblins, and Dragons. I know that means nothing for you guys because you're not seeing the graphics, but the people that can see it in the comments, what team do you think is not going to make the playoffs?
Alex, I was just kidding that the Coyotes are worried. I just ragging. on you
Coyotes
guys.
are very much worried. We're going to play them again.
Coyotes ain't worried.
They should be.
I agree.
He's a
But,
silent killer.
I don't know.
Only Nick
they've
should be
beaten
worried.
Some of the best teams in the league, though.
but-
Man, if Nick could shoot, he'd be a good player, man.
Nick left us in that game because you suck, Nick. All right, just kidding. Sneaker Dyer, shout out.
Who do we think does not make it from the Orange Conference?
I can't say the Goblins, but it's got to be the Martians.
Okay.
I mean, we played Ravens, which I think is a very winnable game. We played them, we'll be fine. And then we played the Martians, who hopefully by that time still don't have a win.
Here's the thing: you win next week,
We're
you're in, right?
Well,
Basically,
No,
no,
because
not
the Martians
technically.
could win.
because the Martians could beat us, but then
Who Martian play?
they would only have one win.
Martians
they would
play the
still need to be-
Makos this week.
It's GG's. Sorry, guys.
Okay, but they could win the last two.
They could win the last two.
Not that you can't win versus the Makers, but
Who was the last two?
They play you guys and
and
Dragons.
Dragons.
There's still a chance that
I don't think
any of the bottom four teams could not make it.
I don't think they go winless. I think they'll get one, but
is that win one versus them?
that's what I'm saying.
If it's against
That's-
us, they're in. Which-
Because you-
if
do
we
you
don't
not-
win any other
play who
games,
again?
They play Ravens and then Yodis in the last week.
Yeah, you guys need to show out
so we
this
have
week.
to beat the Ravens
You should.
to not
To be in a good spot.
right.
Yeah, to be a game ahead, unless the Martians win. You both win next week, you're in the same exact spot that
If
you were.
Martians beat the Makos, they're going to win the title. So
There's almost a way. There's almost a way where there could be the bottom three. There could be like a 3-team like tie, and then is there a way? I think there is, right?
Yeah, well, what it
Yeah.
would be if there's a 3-team tie, it goes conference record,
Or head to
and
head.
then, well, head-to-head, yes, but if it's a 3-way tie and they've all beaten each other, then head-to-head wouldn't matter. So then it would go conference record, and if that's all a tie,
Points.
then it would go point differential. So right now you guys are in a really bad spot with point differential.
That's a shame.
that shouldn't count because the whole team has been traded, and now
Oh,
it's
it's
a
a
whole
whole new
different
team.
team. It started last week.
You
We're
had 2
still-
losses on the Dogs, though. So one of them was to your team that you're on.
That's crazy.
Damn. Wait. Damn, bro. You haven't won a game this season
Yeah, we won week 2.
Oh, okay.
Against. Yeah, we did.
yet? Oh shit.
Ryan's
Yeah, we did.
distraught, man.
No, we were 0-2.
No, we weren't. We were
Uh-oh.
1-2.
Alex says
We
no
lost-
Tay this weekend.
We lost. We won. We lost. We lost to the Goblins. We beat
No, we beat the Ravens.
the Ravens. We
Okay,
lost to the
okay.
Dragons.
You're
We
good,
beat
you're
the
good.
Martians.
Thank God.
Oh, you got.
I don't need a 16-game losing streak.
Come on,
starting
Ziggy.
out.
Come on, Ziggy.
Damn.
Come on, Ziggy. Got to be better, bro.
Man,
Come on.
So let's make a final prediction. What team you're saying Martians won't make the playoffs?
I don't want to pick the Martians. They're just the only team kind of.
Well, there's 4 teams that could potentially not make it.
If you go by like ESPN probability, blah blah blah, it's gonna Martians have the least probability of making it right now.
Yeah.
So
Mathematically.
man, I feel kind of confident that they're gonna get a win or two, though. I'm sorry, I don't
that
feel.
team is good.
I know they are. They have talent. They have to get the rotation.
they
right. I
don't
said this
mesh well.
before.
They don't mesh well. They don't
And
mesh well.
when
That's
someone takes 2 or 3 shots in a row, bad shots, the heads are hanging by certain players.
Emotions for sure.
There's emotions. Like you said, look, They should have won that game last week. There's a bad shot or two taken down the stretch. They got to figure that out, man. Because CeleNation, the games are going to be close down the stretch. So that's where your advantage. If you guys can be smart down the stretch versus them, you're in the best bet.
You got a lot of champions on your team. You've got 5 people that have won a championship.
I think
That's
the
gotta say
championship
something,
has
right?
less weight in CeleNation versus the NBA.
I think it does because
IQ.
you learned how to close out games. We went 8-1 season 4.
That's
Dean
crazy.
dominated in season
Who did
1.
we lose to the Makos?
Yes.
There's
Off
such
of
a thing
Vaughn.
as
Vaughn hit a game-winning 3 or something, right?
No, we just shot like shit. That's when me and Dom got into that big ass fight.
I know.
Oh,
Dom
okay.
was traded. He was off the team.
He was.
Fucking,
Yeah.
For Nick, right?
F
Yeah.
you,
That one?
Mike.
And
For
then they
2
won.
weeks
Then they
straight.
won.
Yeah, and then we won out.
there's
but-
winning.
They're
Such a
talking
thing
about
as
that right
winning
now. They're-
pedigree.
they're talking
No,
about
we
Nick
we
selling
got
out
winners
that
on
one.
our team, man. And we got guys that want to play hard. Like, I know we don't have the talent, but those guys, they come in and they're giving it their
So
all.
that's an advantage that you would have versus them because right
Right.
now they're like finger pointing and you did this. You did, I'm assuming. I'm not in the huddles, but
I mean, you can see it.
The biggest
visibly.
difference on your guys' team now is y'all don't have any kind of drama. Y'all just can go out there and just play, and no matter what the result, y'all are good. Just go
and
play.
that was our
Just
last
play.
game.
There's no literally for y'all. There's no pressure.
None.
yeah.
Except if the Martians win, then you got pressure. So
Be all right.
If Martians can pull out a win this week,
Well, we'll see who plays
then I
first
think-
next week.
If Martians win this week, regardless if
Play
you
the
win,
first game next week
I think they're in.
with daylight savings. Woo!
Oh yeah, don't forget
no.
who's the first game. Well, we'll get to that.
It's
first
Ravens and Goblins, but we'll go into.
Jets.
So statistically, we're thinking Martians. We are thinking that they do pull off a win. If it's against the Goblins,
game. I think.
they're in a bad spot.
I think Martians get in. Do you guys think Goblins get in? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I'm rooting for the Goblins. So
I think Ravens is a winnable game, although, we don't know. But
They're
we're gonna,
confident.
We're going to beat the Ravens or the Martians. And if we win one of those games, I think we're
Right.
good.
You and Dean need to
It's
go
not
back
guaranteed.
and study film on all their games and pick a good game plan. That's your hint.
I mean, I watch a lot of the film. I watch almost
I'm just
every
saying,
game.
if you guys come in with a good game plan, the Ravens are easily beatable.
yeah. All right. Now the other conference, the stronger conference. This one's tight too. Mathematically, any team cannot make the playoffs.
Sure.
So right now, Coyotes sit at number 1, with their remaining games being the Panthers, the Makos, the Gobstoppers. Mambas
They're
sitting at number 2, 5-1 as well. You have all conference game left. You have Dogs, Panthers, Makos. Team 3, Makos. They have the Martians, the Coyotes, and the Mambas remaining. That's a tough schedule.
Ooh.
The Panthers, they have all in-conference games as well. They have Coyotes, then the Mambas, then the Dogs.
Damn.
And then we have a tough schedule as well. We've got the Mambas, then we've got Familia, and then we have the Panthers.
That's probably the toughest.
Okay.
It's tough.
I'll
Well,
tell
I don't
you-
know. I think
Panthers,
Panthers subbing Coyotes for Familia. I think that's pretty.
That's
I mean, if the Goblins were in the
pretty
game
tough.
with La Familia, then I'm just kidding.
Parker said it. We're the team to beat.
no. You guys
Oh.
are the team to beat.
We're the team
for
to
sure.
beat.
I don't know, man. If you let the Goblins in that game,
Here's the thing.
Are you the team to beat?
Here's the thing. A W is a W, right?
You're right. You ain't
Dirty or not. Dirty or not. It's a
wrong. A win's a
W.
win.
Yeah.
Good teams win bad games.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I only see 2 teams that are guaranteed in. The Coyotes and the Mambas. Those are the only 2 I can say clearly that'll make it.
because go back to that graphic.
Yep.
Because the 3-3 teams have to play each other. No. Let's think about this.
We all have to play each other. There's still at least 2 conference games apiece.
So make
Bare minimum. You have 3, and Panthers have 3.
I think Panthers make it if their team shows up. If Bouncy shows up. If he doesn't show up, I think they might be the ones that are out.
They have a big game this week. They need Bouncy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say full team.
They
need
need
Bouncy.
him.
Yeah.
It's just he's their best player. I mean, Nacho's fucking great.
No, not just great, but he needs another. I think you said it earlier. They need another one that can 15, 20 for sure.
Right.
Athletic.
If you look at every team here, every team almost has like a 1-2 or a 1-2-3 punch. Like,
Right.
with like solid guys that actually
Right.
like play like that ball.
Like 2 first rounders.
yeah.
The Goblins
So,
have 1.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah, y'all got
Right? You got to trade
Omar.
for Juan.
Omar's
You have-
been
you have
playing
a-
hard,
you have
man.
A bunch of positive guys over there, man.
Yeah.
A bunch of positive guys.
That's all we got.
It's something.
Energy.
That's better than nothing.
I think it comes down to Dogs and Panthers because they could be missing Fessy, and Panthers could be missing Bouncy Bro.
Yeah, if Fessy doesn't come back, that sucks.
And I don't
That
know.
sucks.
I mean, they still got a great team
Right.
outside that.
Mike's
But
got an all-star team over there.
yeah, they traded you, Ryan. How do you feel?
So
sorry,
crazy.
man, I'm
How do
sorry.
you trade
Your
a
10-day
first
expired.
rounder for a third rounder?
10-day deal expired, bro.
Crazy.
Dean got swindled.
How do you, as a captain,
Oh.
approve this trade?
That
The
wasn't
captains
me.
don't approve
The-
trades.
It was the
Oh.
captain.
It's
between the two captains.
I told Dean, if you want any advice, please. I'm not trying to like swindle you, but
I
he went
wasn't
with it.
trying to either. I really thought it'd make both teams better. And I don't think that Juan would be as positive in the situation as you're being. In all fairness, I think
Yeah,
your
sure. He wanted
positive
out. He wanted
attitude
out.
and like the way that you're playing helps
Right.
that team more than his talent.
And
I
truth
don't
be
know.
told,
Juan-
if you break out of your slump, it works out.
Juan works better with the Dogs just because they have Kenny now. Juan would not work as good with the Dogs if they still had Yusuf. Just by
He'd
play,
be frustrated.
just by play style.
Yeah.
He's not the go-to guy like number
Right.
one. He is a really good number two. Off that, having somebody drive in, kick out to him, then him attack the basket or shoot off that. He's great at making a play off a play. That's what he's really good at. Not just creating his own stuff all the time.
But as far as the talent, man, that he's a better shooter, better build, taller, younger.
I mean, the whole
First
build thing,
rounder.
I don't agree with none of that because I'm 240, no muscle. Ain't nobody bullying me in this league. So I mean, like this is.
I don't know. I saw you and Juan go at it
Huh?
last season.
That's last season. I'm after that game. He didn't play the rest of the season. I think his feelings were hurt.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's all good, Juan.
It does look like Panthers have the hardest schedule to me.
Is Eric gonna miss the playoffs again?
That
There's no way.
That'd
with
be
I
this
told
roster.
him you were cocky at you won the first game of the season.
guy won
no,
a
he won a
scrimmage.
scrimmage and he was
He
saying
won a
he's making the
scrimmage.
championship.
oh, the first 2 or 3 weeks he was up here living
Talking
it.
shit.
Yeah, loving
That's
it.
He
crazy.
sounded worse than the Coyotes, man.
Yeah,
He
he's
missed
got
the playoffs with that
Trolling.
roster.
This was the. I mean, he hasn't everybody showed up, but this was the best team he's had.
For
the
sure.
best team he's had.
For sure.
And it back to that trade with Tom, you got two really good players that are two-way players, defense and offense.
Yep.
I mean, he does have a great roster. Like
I'm sorry, man. Somebody, if we end up playing the Mambas in the ship, dude, gotta take some fucking pride, dude. So I mean, if I'm allowed to curse or not, but
Yeah, go ahead.
But damn, dude, like, dude cannot be averaging 30 or 40 points in a men's league. I don't care what men's league it is.
With
Like,
Yeah.
half of them being
no, it's just
Easy.
pride, man. It's just nobody wanting to like nut up and be like, all right, hold on, let's
Like,
let's
your sole responsibility
like-
needs to be you stay
Yeah.
with this guy no matter what.
yeah.
and he's
I could give you about 5 solid minutes before I need a break.
Right.
Just staying on, but after that, I'd be like, all right, I need a break.
look, and then,
It's the half court for me. If he gets me in a half court set, what the hell am I doing?
and that was more just Tommy. We didn't have Shane, so he was coming back. Sean was like, just go. He got the Tom Brady arm,
Yeah.
but he still had 28 still,
Yes. Which
which is crazy. But all the other teams that said, "Hey, guard Tommy, we know what to do," he still.
I'm sorry. Hey, if Jay Nola beats me, love Jay Nola. He's playing great
He-
this season. He beats me.
No, you're right.
You got to think like that. You got to, you know.
I did that tonight in our 35 plus league. I said that guy can beat us.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you
He
win?
did. No, we won. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not the second game. I helped somebody else.
no,
You watched one
but
off again.
Shane being there when he's there, he adds another dynamic, especially in the
big
half
time.
court for you guys.
Big time.
Half
And
court,
you know Shane
yeah.
don't mess around when it's a big game.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I know he had 4
he-
points. I think he had 4 points versus the
Yeah,
Dragons.
but
he doesn't care.
He's a smart. He's
facilitating.
he does the same kind of
still-
shit I do. Just he's a different play. He's like more of a guard. I'm more of like a forward.
You
But
still got that gravity.
there's
that
ways to be effective
gotta
on the
respect
floor
that
without
guy.
scoring. You know, there's much
make
more you
other
can do.
players better, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why
yeah.
Batman had his game.
Yeah.
They're passing. They're finding him on the cut. But yeah, man. If I had a vote, I think Panthers are going to be out. Unfortunately, I love you, E. I'm you today. It's not looking good, man.
Ryan, what would your pick be?
I would have to say Panthers. Just I know what the Dogs are capable of, and then Kyle said, the two top teams they're a lock.
Pretty
Coyotes
much. Yeah.
are a lock. Mambas are a lock.
You never know, but
Mathematically,
But-
they're not. I mean,
Mako's, I don't see them getting out of the conference in the playoffs, but I see them making the playoffs just because they have enough
the big
guys.
win last week.
Yeah, they have enough guys to on their
Makos
team
are fine.
to have 1 or 2 like hot games where they're
I-
like just hitting shots.
What are the
Yeah.
current standing? Who's at the bottom? Panthers or Dogs?
I mean, Eric in the graphic has us, but we have a conference win and they don't, so
Okay.
it would be us.
Okay,
Or
so-
it would be them at the bottom.
I think it stays like that.
If the
I think-
Panthers,
Well, we have
yeah.
we have the tiebreaker over the Makos, so we could end up the 3 seed.
And you still play the Makos, right? Or
No, we beat the Makos,
Mm.
so we have that tiebreaker. So we could end up the 3 seed, but regardless, 1 and 2 are probably going to be 1 and 2. You never know.
But Makos
Damn,
play the
Eric.
Martians, so
Panthers full team shows up, they make it. Dogs full team shows
So
up, they
that-
make it.
so
That's how I
that's
think.
a big game this week.
Yeah.
If Bentley's there,
Yeah.
Hey,
we'll find out Sunday.
do you
Daylight
do
savings
you see
time. Don't
yourself
forget.
keeping the 2 conferences or going to like a seeded?
Oh, definitely 2
kinda-
conferences, but we'll have to switch up who's
How
in
do y'all
what.
do it? You just guys pick
This-
it out of a hat?
so-
We
or-
literally picked out a hat.
The
Okay.
initial
Alright.
conferences in season 5 when we did it, we handpicked,
Okay.
and this time we're trying to be liberal with it, and we picking names out of a hat. We're not doing that again. It was just not fair. There's no reason why you guys are like Tone's the only veteran captain in that thing outside of Dean, who quits every
Yes.
other season.
So you're saying after
and
the
Sauce,
draft?
but like
Well,
no. But it'll be before the draft, but based on the captains. Like the 4 that are consistently in the finals with Pat,
Yeah.
myself, Luke, and Tone, it should be 2 and 2. 2 and
Okay.
2. Newer captains, rookies in each one. Ghost and Eric in different ones.
There's just
Like,
some guys that all good guys. They don't know how to pick a team, man. They do the same shit, and like pick a bunch of good energy guys or something, but they're always lacking something.
Well,
Oh, drop
like-
some names, dude.
Well,
You
here's the
got
thing.
all these things.
Nah, right. You
No,
start
I'm just
to-
kidding.
Nah,
Well, one more drink. And then
Yeah, one more way.
We still
You
got the
need some
fireball shot.
just wait for the after dark edition.
Oh, shit.
Shot Duck After Dark.
So there was
Ooh.
questions in the chat this week. A lot of talking in there. If you guys are in the Cele Nation Facebook chat,
Hey,
and they
it's a
said,
fun one.
how do captains draft? Me and Mike, we tend to draft around us. We do want to play majority minutes. Some draft their buddies. That's not always the right thing to
That's
do.
the
Yeah.
worst thing to do.
I know. I was trying to be nice.
I mean,
some-
you drafted all your guys.
Yeah, if I was a captain,
But your
for-
guys are good.
but my guys
Guys
are
are
smart.
really good.
and
Yeah.
you all let me trade for my guys.
I did not.
Why do we
I
keep
would
letting
not have.
Pat draft all of his players?
Because
Well,
Tone
you guys
traded
didn't
it
know
away.
Alex last season, so you were like, whatever. Shane was old,
old.
I-
That's amazing.
I would have
What are
drafted
you
Shane.
talking
Yeah,
but I still
would've
had
drafted
I
Shane.
had the advantage.
You
I
had
was
the
one
pick,
spot
yes.
above him in the
Yeah.
draft. And then who else? Who was my next pick? I got Steed because no one wanted Steed last season.
Last year you had
Oh,
three.
yeah, Dre too.
Yeah,
I got
three,
Dre.
Three was Dre.
How the hell you let me get Dre too?
That's
Oh, because he
He had a
wasn't the
breakout
3rd round
season.
pick. Yeah, in season 5 he
So,
wasn't.
and I got Batman. Shout out. And Batman traded himself this season to me.
Man, Batman's made a deep run almost every year.
Oh yeah,
Every year, it's crazy.
he's
You think it's
consistent.
like the superhero powers?
yeah.
He's consistent.
He's a glue guy, man.
Caped Crusader.
No, he's a good look, man.
He's gotten better every season.
Yeah, he is.
He
He
don't
is,
com-
yeah.
and he doesn't complain. He doesn't. You need those guys, man. And when I
need
took
one.
Jay Noya with Tommy, Jay Noya, he's probably been in all the captain's DMs, but I knew that he wanted to play with me, you know. So, and he does listen. Shout out to Jay Noya. He's hard on himself. Just keep playing,
No, but
man.
he's been in a great spot this season where his talent can actually shine.
Yeah.
Like you put him in a position to knock down shots, easy layups, just be a part of that system. He has thrived.
He got the same thing as
Excellent.
you, man. Like, just stay confident. We trust you to shoot those shots.
Right.
You know. So
I think that's where more of my thing. Like put me in a system type player, not go be this like star player where I'm like
I told Ryan
Handling
before the
the
season I'm gonna
ball.
try to get you if I could, but I had to
Like-
trade away my second and third picks.
it's always next season.
We'll see what happens.
I wanted you on my team. Yusuf screwed us. I mean, if we're just being realistic here, because
Yeah.
you would have fit perfectly in that kind of a system.
I think it would have fit. Fessy, Yusuf, like what we had going.
Yep.
I think it could have.
Oh, 100%.
It was balanced.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
a well constructed team.
yeah, Yusuf not showing killed us. And then I went in desperation mode. I need a scorer.
I know.
You weren't scoring.
At all.
I wasn't scoring. I anticipated both of us averaging close to 10 a game. We weren't hitting that mark.
Nah.
So once I had 16 in the Dragon game and we lost, I'm like, there's not much more I'm going to give.
No, and I put up a donut.
Yeah.
That didn't help.
Honestly, when you drafted Ryan, I was like, God damn it! I'm always trying to get Ryan if I can, but Mike always gets it.
Hey,
The whole thing
hopefully
about
my
picking a team, man, is
draft
like
stock
Yeah, baby,
goes
your draft
down a
stock
little
goes.
bit.
I'm gonna get you next season.
You're going to be like Chili.
the whole thing about picking a team, man. You try, of course, you want to get one or two of those guys, but after that, you just want good energy, good positive attitude guys. Man.
Attitude, man.
You don't want a guy that a couple bad things.
Why aren't you passing me? Why aren't you?
Yeah, a couple. You're not getting the rock,
play
or
enough.
like man, a couple bad plays happen, then you're walking back or putting your head like, dude, come on, we're all
Yeah.
grown men. Like get past that and just play,
Right.
man.
You
like,
need guys that also don't have the ego enough to, when you sub them out, it's not the end of the world.
yeah.
And if somebody's hot, they're not like, oh, I just want to get in. It's like, if you're not offering more value than the 5 that are on the court, don't ask to get into the game.
Yeah.
Some
yeah.
guys are always about their stats, but I mean, the goal is show
Goal is
show,
win.
show up to win.
Win.
dude.
Yep.
Compete
Win
and
and
win,
get it.
dude. Yeah.
I don't care
like-
about stats.
Yeah.
The one I would say the thing with Mike and I too, we might not always show on the stat sheet, but we're giving 100% effort.
That's
on,
where I'm at.
on both sides of the court.
I'm getting back. I'm hustling.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're a
Putting
valuable
body
player.
on somebody. Like
I'm
Effort.
telling you, you're gonna break out of your slump, and then that wand tray is gonna look a little more even than everybody thinks it is. That's my thought
I
on
hope so.
you, sir.
You guys need spanked though.
we need to get some shots up.
Yeah, we'll get some shots. At it.
Job said Batman's
You
the
let me know,
Udonis
because I need to
Havelim.
get some damn shots up too. God damn.
I never shoot the basketball until Sundays, dude. I never.
I'm not even playing really. I used to play 5-6 days a week. Now
Yeah.
I'm playing on Sunday. I'm Sway.
Oh yeah,
but
you're Sway
without
but
the
you have
talent
to
of
shoot.
Sway.
Yeah. Well, you're also of a different game than Sway. Sway goes downhill.
And if you're not
Yeah.
putting up shots, you're not going to hit shots
Yeah.
really, unless you're
Yeah.
the doctor. You know, that's the exception.
I wish I could get up more shots. Just don't have the time like I used to.
I feel
I
you.
mean, we,
Shot
we
doc
could
not
shoot
shooting shots.
once.
Yeah.
You guys should have a little session. Go.
We've
Shot
already
doc will teach you.
We've already talked about
Okay.
it. Yeah, we already talked
You know,
about
our
it.
Saturdays are booked. You know, we're pretty busy out on the boat.
Hey,
Oh.
Bring a hoop on
catching
the boat.
140
hey,
bass.
Hey, the twins and us, man. We've been past couple months been tearing up some bass, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's more important than shooting.
Yeah.
You see, you heard it here first.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
sometimes that's the key to, you know, catch like 30 bass. You go. You
Yeah,
might
it
have
was
a good
like
game.
a startup to a bad joke. At the beginning, it was a what was it a panther, a mako, a goblin, and a family
Walking to a
member.
bar, go to the boat. I would say though, maybe it's foreshadow though. Gone fishing too early. I'm just saying, goblins.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Dang. Now we got 2 goblins.
Two cheds on the boat.
2 cheds.
I don't.
tough.
I don't have my Parker Power Rankings. It's on my phone, and my phone's obviously being used.
Oh,
But I know the dogs were 6th, and I was very upset about
Ooh.
it. So we're gonna just go into next week's games. Sorry, Parker.
was Coyotes number 1? They're going on now, or La Familia.
Shit.
Should
I
we
think
call Parker?
Familia.
I
He was
hate
at
to
the
ask you,
UCF game.
Coyotes want to know though.
He was at the UCF game.
Oh, there. All right.
I'll have Parker post it later.
Probably Coyotes. Just so you
Yeah,
know.
put the Yotes up there, man.
They're
Put us at number
undefeated.
2, man. Put us at number 2.
All right, guys. Week 7, game 1. We've got the Ravens going
whole
against
water.
the Goblins. Both of them playing for a playoff berth. Ravens on a 2-game winning streak. Goblins on a 5-game losing streak. Ryan, we know you're going for the Goblins. Patriolo, who do you got? Ravens or Goblins?
I have to go Ravens. They've figured out something. But the Goblins' heart, it's tough. But I'm gonna go Ravens on this one.
Shot Doc?
I like that Ravens team. Man.
Is Brandon Benton gonna be there?
Who should be there?
Okay. If the Goblins, sorry,
To
if
the
the
Cheddar
Goblins,
Gobs.
yeah, if the Cheds,
To the Cheds.
the Cheds,
Shots at the Goblins.
Yes.
may the future be bright.
You have any more beer?
All right.
It's yours.
Y'all want to split it?
No, I'm good.
Oh,
Okay.
You guys split it.
okay. You got more.
If the Goblins played literally how they played against us, they got it. So I think they can do it one more time.
You
So
think that Dean's gonna replicate that shooting?
no, not Dean. Dean doesn't even need. Dean can score half of what he's got. They got Spank. He's gonna come in. I feel like he's overdue for a good game. So I feel like it's a 4 to 6 point game, but I think the Gobs got it.
Fair enough.
I like that. I think it'll be a good game.
Who you picking, man?
I'm gonna go
Oh,
Goblins.
hey, Parker,
somehow.
Parker, you get his. Oh, sorry, Parker. I thought that you weren't watching because I thought you were at the
Familia's
UCF
number
game. So Familia's number 1,
Ooh.
Yodi's number 2, Mamba's number 3, Mako's number 4, Ravens number 5, Dogs number 6, Panthers number 7, 8 is Dragons, 9 is Gobs, and 10 is Martians.
That one win is keeping us afloat.
But not in the Powercast, though.
Powercast, you're still not even ranked. He won't even give you a number. Sorry, Park.
So, all right, La Familia, real quick, how do you feel about that, Kyle?
You're number 1.
You
I mean,
hate
I honestly give 0 shits.
This is Commissioner Parker Landis you're talking
I
about.
love Parker. Awesome. I appreciate the number 1 notoriety, but I wish we were number 2 because
Correct.
we got to be better. We got to challenge ourselves to be
You
better
guys
still.
slept on the Goblins, man.
Yeah. We almost got.
Gobbed.
Yeah.
Almost got gobstopped.
Yeah. The more you say it,
Everything's
the worse
better with cheddar.
The worse it
the more you say it, the worse it sounds.
But I am picking Ravens, but I want Goblins to win. Okay?
Me too.
Okay.
I'm rooting for the Gobs. I'm rooting for the
Are you gonna
Gobs.
go with that?
Sure. Why not? Why the hell does it matter?
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
Parker,
gonna
who do you
go. Kyle acts like he doesn't care. That's what Parker said. We got J-Ball in the chat and Day Day. Day Day, you were way late, my friend.
Data, did you win your game tonight versus TP?
I guess we're talking about 35 plus league.
Hey, I
Whoa.
got to get in that league.
Talk to Pat. Pat's the
Wait,
guy.
30.
He's
34.
34, but we'll let him.
Wait, when you turn 35?
I've turned 34 in like 2 months.
Wait,
Oh,
so you're
oh,
just
you're not-
turned. Never
oh, you're
mind,
not
he's
yet.
out. I'll
Dang
put
it.
Mike in. He's 30.
Yeah, I'm in. No, I'm 29. I'm back.
Shit.
My first game, I had 30. I loved it.
Hell yeah.
All layups. All right. We've got game 2, another Orange Conference matchup here. It should be a fun one. Dragons versus Familia.
La Familia,
Ryan.
nothing else to say.
You got to go La Familia. I mean, they're the team to beat. Number 1 seed for a reason. They have probably best defense in the league. You hurt losing Sterling,
Yeah.
but depending on who you bring in.
Yeah, Kyle. Though.
But no, I mean, Dragons are just, they're not designed to match up well with a lot of the league. They do have a lot of quick guards and playmakers and stuff.
Which I
but
think matches well with Familia. Outside
True,
of Braylon.
could,
It's like
but
the guard to guard ratio is fine.
Just the talent on La Familia.
Hey, I'm just glad they got somewhat of a, technically like a big energy guy. I'm tired of chasing around these little dudes, man.
So you can guard.
Yeah, but Josiah
Josiah?
runs. He runs
Yeah, I mean,
the whole game.
yeah,
He's a
that's
pain in
good.
the ass.
That's good for him.
I
Going
mean,
Familia.
I think Richard Pena. Yeah, we'll get you in there, man. If Dragons come out with the confidence that they had versus you, but I don't think that they are because they're playing the number 1 seed in that conference, so they're going to already come in like
I think
we're going to lose.
like matchup wise, we match up really well against this team. So unless we shit the bed, like I mean we said that last week too, but we should come in and handle business. Even
Hopefully
with,
that's motivation last week, how you played.
Yes.
All right, we got to wake up a little bit.
yeah, but hit him with a Shannon Sharp Familian 5.
So, yeah, La Familia, don't let me down, man.
Yeah, I think that. First of all, Darvis, we want your power rankings in the chat as well, so we can go over those. And I have to go Familia. I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to say plus 15 turnovers caused by Familia. I think you guys are going to cause because they love to dribble, and I think that it's
They'll
one of
speed
like
'em up.
they play so fast and reckless already. I think you guys are going to take full advantage of that. I think Day Day and Chief are going to have a field day. Day Day's DPOY case is going to go way through the roof here. I think that you guys cause at least 15 turnovers on the Dragons, and I think you win big. I think that it's a great matchup outside of the fact that they have nobody to match up with Braylon.
Not many people do.
No, you need a big wing style guy.
Yeah,
they
right.
don't have that.
I also think we got a guy that's as the season goes on, he keeps getting better and better. Maine.
Yeah.
The last 2 games.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
really excited to see the 2 youngest players go at it with him and Mike Parker.
Yeah.
I think that's a real great matchup. right there.
Maine has some momentum. He's confident now. He understands now that we trust him to do his thing.
Oh yeah.
So he
He
just
just has
needs
to step up with
yeah.
Sterling being out. He
yeah,
needs to
he just
become a big
he's just
part of your
got to be
offense.
decisive and keep it rolling. We'll
Yeah.
be good. We'll be good.
I have a little Celination, but it's a 35-plus league update. Data had 43 today,
43.
but he lost to TP's team, so
How many did TP have?
43.
TP had 15.
It's 4 on
15.
4.
Some random guy on his
Huh?
team.
It's a 4 on
no,
4.
sorry,
It's a 4 on
This guy
4
Brian
league?
had
Yeah.
40.
What?
So I
Half
guess
court?
they
Be
full
rich?
court. No, it wasn't.
But it's like
His
Winter
name
Park
is
size.
Brian,
Oh,
so-
yeah.
You know,
So it wasn't enough.
easier to
Data.
score.
So you got to be 34 and a half to get in.
You got to be
I'll get you in
29
there, man.
or no Pat. 35 plus unless you're me.
Can I get in or what?
If you're 18, we'll throw you in there.
Can I get in?
Yeah, I get you in there.
All right.
If
Kyle,
it wasn't
you
on
30, he's in the 30
if
club.
it wasn't on Wednesdays, I'd be there again.
But yeah, good enough.
La Familia Queen sweep.
Clean.
Yeah.
sleep.
Not familiar.
All right, game 3. We've got the non-conference matchup here. Makos versus the Martians.
Makos.
Any explanation or just
Martians gonna
Sharks
blow it. They'll
beat
probably be
aliens?
in it. They'll probably be in it. They're gonna blow it.
Mako's in a nail biter.
You got it a nail biter, right? They're gonna be
close. I'm sorry. I love Dom. Known Dom for a long time. He ain't shooting 7 for 10 from
Make
three
us
again.
selling or Dom selling.
He ain't shooting 7 for 10, dude.
That
Come
was
on.
a crazy stat.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the game, but when I saw that, I was like 7 for 10 for 3.
Yeah.
You were 1 for 10.
That's like a 2 or 3 times a year type game. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
step backs, drawing
I
the
mean,
foul.
Yeah.
he's done it twice this year against the Dogs, and then
But
last week.
right, that was like
I mean,
6 weeks prior.
Steph Curry on a regular basis ain't shooting 7 for 10. So,
Yeah, but he's not Dom Johnson.
yeah, you're right.
This is
that's
Uchikage.
true. He is weekly.
Splash right
Splash
now.
or trash?
He has another bad game. He's trash.
And some white guy at his work said, "What? What was it?" He
I
said
don't
something
know.
in the chat
I
today.
did say something. I didn't.
He
see
said something. He was impressed. He's like, I didn't know he knew that term. That's what he said.
it. Ryan, who do you got?
I mean,
You got to root for the Makos.
I have to root for the Makos. If I was a betting man, I would take the Makos. The Martians have been in every single game against good teams,
How
bad
did they
teams.
break that?
Can they break that?
Unselfish basketball.
Does-
That's
Yes,
how they beat
correct.
that.
Yes, and not quitting when somebody makes a simple mistake. Like just
Yep.
just move on to the
Right.
next play.
Right.
I just think it'll be a close game, but Mako's got too much firepower.
Phil has to
Luka
become the
haven't playing
star
right.
that they
Yeah.
brought him on to be. Like, you don't trade Braylon, top 1 or 2 player in the league, for Phil, and then Phil not be the star that they need him to be.
Yep.
He has to have
The thing with
25,
Phil
30
knows
points.
that
He has to shoot.
he does, but he knows all of them want their shot, so he's facilitating.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
Phil's not the kind of guy that's going to come in there and want to shoot 25, 30 shots. That's not how he plays.
I know.
He gets frustrated easy, but he's a very smart player, actually.
He
He's
is.
actually very smart.
He's
I
not
mean,
going to force shots.
yeah,
He gets to his spots.
Yeah,
Like,
I was looking forward to playing with him this whole season. It's just his only thing, man, dude.
He
If he
checks
cuts
out emotionally at times,
he
but-
cuts out when he checks out or gets frustrated. Other than that, bro,
but
bro,
if
he's good,
getting
bro.
frustrated with
He's
his own
good.
teammates,
But-
just shoot the
Oh,
shot
But hold
yourself.
up. It's easy to
Tammy says no Tay this week.
Oh, okay, well.
So that should be interesting.
Oh,
now.
GG's. No, that's
So
GG's.
does Phil
30 points gone.
Does
Done deal.
Phil step up?
30?
But
Yeah,
here's the
30
thing.
piece McNugget.
Wow, they
100%.
only-
30 for the team.
Darvis didn't even do. He did just the top 7.
By
No-
the way, is it no Tay because he just disappeared? Is he in a different state?
I have no idea. He's just upset because he said he had 12 assists and he only had 6.
Damn, that's tough.
Tone did the stats and said he only had 7 assists, but I could literally count 9.
Actually,
I think I had
and
11.
Sauce-
though.
So he had 12, 6, 7, and 9 assists?
No,
No,
Sauce
he's
said
saying,
he
he's saying for
me,
himself.
But
Oh.
Sauce actually
for
said he
you.
had 5, but he gave him 6. He gave him extra steps on one pass.
Oh.
But I mean,
The
if that's
Darvis.
true,
Let's
but
go.
like
Over,
10
let's go over the
boards.
Darvis rankings real quick.
7
Boom.
boards, 11 assists.
Number 1, Dem
L.
Yotes. Number 2, Familia. Number 3, Mambas. Number 4, the Wild Dogs. Number 5, the Makos. Number 6, the Panthers. Number 7, the
Goblins.
Rave.
Oh.
No,
Right.
Goblins, Dragons, and Martians don't even get a ranking from Darvis, which you gotta love.
Appreciate that, Darvis.
You gotta love.
Pyrocast, baby.
Pyro.
Pyrocast, silly. I mean, this is great. This is Orlando
It's a good time.
basketball.
It's a good time to be in Selly Nation. you
It
know?
is.
I'm
Hey,
not
man.
upset.
If Darvis wanted to play, try out and get into the league, he should do that and come up.
Dude,
think he should.
Why not?
He's invested, man. He's invested.
Darvis,
I love
try out. We're gonna get you. You're gonna get in this league, man.
You might be a Mamba.
I'll draft you.
We already know he's good with the camera. He just got to hold it the other way.
you need that Nokia snake.
see it.
You know. Is the Wi-Fi working? Who knows?
Oh, he put drags at 8. The drag queens at
Oh,
8.
nice, man.
Dang.
Were the Panthers on the list? No, just kidding.
Somehow.
Tommy said 8 points missing for 10.
Not 30.
Not gonna be
just
good.
8.
Well, because he had
8
8 last
points.
week. He had 8 last week.
Man, Tay is not showing up again. I think he is still missing.
They don't have Tay. That's even worse.
That's their main ball handler,
He's
man.
been their,
That's
their
I'm
energy
sorry.
The ball might move better, though.
distributor.
I'm sorry, man. Hey,
Oh, he's passing the
hey,
ball.
I'm glad. What's
Oh,
the
it's 6 assists.
what's the young cat's name
Just kidding.
on the
I thought he had
Martians? Like he
12.
looks
Yeah,
real
12,
good, but he finally started hitting shots.
Oh, Dame?
Yeah,
Damian?
Yeah, like
Newtown?
he looks real good, but like he finally had a good game. Like
Now, what
Yeah, but
So-
they were like,
were they bad shots?
they
too?
were upset about it because of the shot selection.
But he shot at a high percentage.
But you can shoot at a high percentage and
Depends
still
what
throw
times.
a team out of rhythm because of that.
And were they down the stretch?
The
shooting
type
some
of
bad-
shot.
No, that was in the beginning of the game.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
He started off the game extremely hot. He had like 8 in the first
So it was a
5
little heat
minutes.
check moments, kind of.
Another
Yes.
good player for them is that Marcos.
Yeah, Marcos
how
is
he
great.
moves.
Hustler.
He's kind of like a European finesse style player, but
He
he's
hustles
okay.
and he plays hard, but
He hustles. He
He
gets
had 7
boards.
offensive boards.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
He's,
been all right.
like, I'm sorry, he's not a winner.
He's a
He's
good-
not-
he's a good
when you're
role
building a
player.
roster,
That's really good.
no, when you're building a roster, he's
Yeah,
not. He's like,
You're like,
I don't
you're
know him
not saying I
personally.
need that guy.
I don't know him personally. Probably a good dude. Like, he plays hard. He's out there to have fun, but he's not a winner. You're not going to win with him.
No, I'm
Why
not saying
not?
he's your top
Why
like,
not?
scorer.
He's not a smart player. He's not smart. I mean, I've already played against him, so I mean, I know what to expect. Kind of like, yeah.
I love when Kyle's feeling
Wow,
good.
even below the belt.
Who else do you want to talk about, Kyle?
It is what it is.
No,
man.
no, but I know what you're saying.
I'll see y'all in the playoffs, man. Well, so be it. Hopefully, well, if
Whoa, whoa,
y'all make
whoa,
it there,
hold on.
y'all make it there.
We
Fuck,
just said
fuck.
they weren't making the playoffs.
If they make it there,
All right.
if they make it there.
If
See
not,
us
it's the
in the
Goblins
playoffs.
going to give it
Their
a tough
play's
game
been
to
out of
La
this
Familia.
world, you know. So, all right.
I do want to see the rematch. I gotta say,
Hey, and if we win, I got to drive the boat.
if you take down
Let me drive the boat.
We
I'll
always- we
I'll
always
bring the
say in our
bass boat
chat-
out. We'll go.
if
We'll
the
go.
Goblins
In
take
our
down La
chat.
Familia, whoever's in the championship. No, I'm just kidding. I'm talking shit.
You got to bring the boat to Silver Star, and you get to
Hey,
drive
no,
it on the court.
No, we were talking about there for next season. Do Celly Nation fundraising bass tournament. Or something
Oh,
like that. Something like
shit.
that. Not a bad idea.
yeah,
Not a bad idea,
I've
so.
never gone fishing, so you know
Yeah.
what a better time
Well,
than
if you
for
ever
Anybody
want to
can-
catch
anybody can
80
do it.
fish, this guy, he's like, we're going out with like 3 of us or 4 of us.
It was.
I don't
It
know.
was.
And he's
him-
like, we're going
him-
to catch 80 fish. And I'm like, all right, whatever. He catches
62.
88. He
What?
catches
By
88
myself,
on
yeah.
his own.
And
Yeah.
how
and
many
how
hours?
long? Yeah, how long?
We started at like 7. We were done by like 5:30.
You should go professional,
We
man.
were out there for a while, but
Yeah.
still, like,
Yeah,
you go fishing, sometimes you catch
Yeah, it
5
was
fish.
88
10
is
fish.
crazy.
It was Ryan,
I had a
my
good
brother,
day.
and me. We caught
do you have,
like
2?
140
I had 13.
fish or something like that.
That's crazy.
I had 13. I'm having a good day. His brother's got like 30. This guy catches 88 fish.
Yeah.
It was like every cast.
88
I'm
is
like,
crazy.
How the hell is this possible?
What kind of bait you using, man?
Huh?
Master.
He can't disclose that information right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We got to get back to Selling Nation
Yeah,
basketball.
yeah. If you come out with me, you learn a lot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Oh,
Hey, Ash,
there's,
get your man, man.
there's always something. I had to throw it out there. There's always something to learn when you know
I
nothing.
better hear that laugh in a second.
Yeah, no chance. She's gonna ew. All right, week
Shout out
7,
Ash's Bake Shop.
game 4. Get yourself a cookie. Shipping now open. Ash, if you want to turn on the oven.
Please.
Panthers versus the
I'm begging.
Coyotes. Game 4 of week 7. The Panthers versus the Yotes.
Panthers Yotes.
Parker, there you go. Parker's in there too. He's got the same sense of humor. That's why we're
He
friends.
does. He's a sick guy.
Who's the big for the Yotes?
Tyreek.
Tyreek. Ty.
Okay.
Former La Familia guy.
More athletic than Marcus.
Yeah, more mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kyle struggled with that last week.
He
because
was
of it.
pumped about Marcus's 7-9 blocks first week, and I haven't heard nothing since.
I mean,
Uh,
he's probably number 1 all time, and he's played like 4 games.
All
He
right,
had
so
2
got a
again
show.
last week.
Okay, he had 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's still like
No, that's
he's
great.
averaging like 4 a game.
That's
No,
crazy.
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
At Bentley shows, I have.
It's a huge
That's
game
tough.
for your
That's
for
tough.
your guys' conference. That's a big game. That's a big
Tell you what,
game.
Ben-
Man,
that guy has to show up no matter what for them to even have a chance.
Yeah,
It's hard to root against the Yotes, man. They're
they
every
are
game,
undefeated. They're undefeated.
They're winning.
No, they're not.
games.
They lost.
Oh yeah, they lost a lot. Never mind. Panthers.
Honestly, I want to say Panthers. I want the Panthers to win, just by my feeling. But if you go by matchups, I think the Yotes have an edge, like on matchup wise.
Well, who do you have match up with who?
Okay, if you go, let's start with Nacho. You're putting Nick,
Yep.
and then if Nick sucks for some reason, which is possible,
I think he does a good job on Nacho.
Yeah, he probably does, but high probability.
Probably
so-
28.
Yeah. Still,
No,
Yeah.
I'd say 20.
shoot, you got Nick, you got Corbin,
Which who's guarding
um,
Corbin? Eric.
Eric.
His legal name.
Not even Dallas today.
Damn, I did do that, didn't I? Shit.
What's his middle name?
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's Dallas.
I don't know. I just think of like then I think of his last name. It's like Hawkins. I think of Stranger Things. Like I don't know. It gets me going. I don't know.
That's his nickname.
But
I mean, all right. So
No,
you
but-
think
so
they're gonna
who's-
match up one or do a zone versus them. Or?
they don't have it. Well, Alex wins the matchup. They don't have a good matchup for Alex.
Darvis.
Um,
Tommy? How much you bet on TP? No more than 5 minutes played.
So Darvis is on his ass. TP's
Dang.
ass. TP even put it in the chat today.
I think Panthers have talent, but they don't play together the way the Coyotes play together.
Who's guarding Alex?
that's what.
If
That's what I
Bouncy's
just.
not
yeah,
there.
Eric, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he is the Alex stopper. That's true. DPOY Eric.
if he doesn't hold him to 18 or less, I'm the DPOY.
Because
All right,
of that
I'm sorry.
zone that you implemented.
The zone
Right.
still counts though. I was on him 75% of the
Right.
time.
It was within arm's
I think
reach.
Familia did the best. They held him to 0.
Oh, that's true. You know what?
Yeah.
I take it back.
They took
0
him fishing.
minutes, too.
La Familia,
Yeah, they did.
DPOY.
0 minutes.
He didn't
0
want to play.
points.
I'm gonna give it to Kyle.
Alex came in for his prescription, but I didn't fill it. I didn't fill it.
Aspen was more important.
I'm gonna go Yodis. I think they have a better
Yeah,
team.
I got
Even
Like,
with
Yodis.
Bentley, or what are you saying?
even with him, I think they play together. They adjust to whatever matchups, and they just find a way to win. And they have the reigning MVP.
Yeah, I got the Yodis
Sure.
too. I got the Yodis.
And I
Patty?
think Eric's not making the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
honestly,
I don't
until
know.
Eric proves me wrong, man, I'm sorry. You're out. I'm taking the Coyotes. All jokes aside,
I need to take the Yodis. I need the Panthers to keep losing, so I got to go.
Alex,
gotta go
don't let
Yotes.
Mike down, man.
Please, or you're out the league.
You're out.
All right.
You and your family.
Game
Damn, ruthless.
5. No.
I'm just kidding. Just
No,
they can still
Jersey's
come.
back.
the daughter's adorable, so you
That's
know,
true,
shout
that's
out that.
Jess and the daughter stay.
Yeah. All right, Alex, you're gone. All right, game 5, Dogs versus Mambas. A huge game here.
I don't know.
Dogbas. It's a tough one.
Obviously, you guys go first.
Text Fessy right now.
I texted him
Is
earlier,
he
like 6
gonna
hours
show
ago.
up? I don't know, man. Mamas are another team where they're a team to beat. They're not the team because
Yeah.
I feel like La Familia is the team, but
Oh, wow.
Mamas are a team.
Coyotes over La Familia for me.
I don't know. I
There's
just
a little bale of hay that's rolling in the desert.
are you guys gonna designate someone to guard Tommy?
I'm
and
not
be
getting-
involved.
They have a
I'm-
whole game
I
plan
am
for
not
him.
be involved in
I
the
am
game
not going to
whatsoever.
give up my game plan
Right.
because I have a
Mike will be
very,
all over Tommy.
I have a very particular game plan that is going to be different than what any team has done because
So
I think that
Mike's
I've
gonna
seen a
guard
lot of
Tommy.
things.
He's not going to be involved in much except
He's
for
gonna foul
just
the fuck out
guarding
of him,
Tommy.
too.
That's
Tommy, any lingering injuries, any ankles, any knees?
Tommy didn't play tonight. I heard in my other league outside the 35 plus. So I think he's making sure that he's.
I'm just going to take the shiesty, and then he's not going to score.
Damn, they're
that's
gonna
a
see
good
that's
game
not even
plan.
Tommy.
I put Mo on Tommy, boxing one. Let Mo and Garrett go in there and just smile at him the whole game. There you
That's
go.
it.
That's
This
it.
is why
So
Kyle's
Mo's
not a
starting.
coach, man.
I don't know, man. The Mamas have a really good team. They got a guy that can get 35 rebounds, 15 assists, and 7 points, and just dominate the game. I
I think it's gonna be a close game.
I
don't know
think
what's
it's gonna be a
happen.
really good game. Game of the week for sure.
And Mike's my boy. I might even let him get a dove. So the Panthers.
I'm not saying the Dogs can't win this game, but it
you
just
got
depends.
You got Chef. You're in every single game.
no,
Chef's a big part of that, and
He's just one guy though.
it's so hard. But I think the edge kind of goes to the Mamas.
No matter what, I got the Mambas.
But-
It's just if Fessie's there, it makes it real
Closer.
close.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's some things that can happen that makes it close, but if he's not there, it's
That's
GG's.
the toughest part.
Last, what was it? 2 weeks ago, I was on the podcast. I did pick the Coyotes to win. I knew I had Shane out. I felt that they would pull it off in the end. I do have my team this week, so I need to know if I don't need to know. But
I don't have Mitch.
if you have your squad, Mitch, we out then. No,
Which is your brain.
that hurts.
That hurts.
That hurts
IQ.
big
It's
time.
IQ.
Yeah, that hurts big
Um,
time. That's my
your
rotation.
rotation.
But if they have
Sure.
Fessy, it's gonna be close. And again, it could come down in the last few minutes. That's what I'm gonna pick myself because
Juan's
that's
got
the
to
right
have
thing
a
to do.
big game. He's got to have 20 plus.
Juan can't miss his threes.
Jeff's got to have a good game.
This game's honestly not even about skill, man. It's about smarts, and Mamas have a little bit more smarts than the Dogs
I
do.
think so.
Players wise,
That's why Kyle wants to
if you
play
go
with me.
if you go player to player, like it's
It's not
yeah
right.
yeah.
I've been trying to get Kyle on my team. my team.
Does
Last
Mo
few-
have 11 points? Does he have a big game again?
We don't
Does
even
Juan
need that.
have a big
we
game?
we don't need anybody to have a big game. We need them
Gotta
to
play
not
smart.
score.
Just gotta play smart.
Yep.
We could win this game 40-38.
Yeah, but the Mamas are going to score.
Man,
But
you know how many times
Okay.
I've coached
Listen,
AAU.
if you got a guy,
I've told guys in all these men's leagues that I've played in, I was like, man, we could literally hold the ball for 5 minutes as long as they don't score. Who cares? Like you can like that. I mean, you're not realistic. You're not going to do that, but
Yeah.
like if you control the tempo, you control the ball. Like
right?
Make them play your game.
Honestly,
exactly.
You guys, you have to put a little more pressure on Sean. You can't let him get every rebound and then be the outlet guy
No.
every single time.
No.
He's just throwing it.
No.
You cannot let him do that.
No, you don't let Sean shoot, and you don't let
Sean?
you don't let Sean. No,
Sean
I'm sorry.
can hit.
I'm sorry, Shane.
Shane.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You
saying
don't.
Sean. You can't let him get every rebound and then turn around and throw it to a wide open
Oh,
guy.
okay, that's
Granted,
true.
you could stay with Tommy and try to take that away, but
Mambas,
ultimately it's the guy
you
passing him
take
the
away-
ball that's the problem.
Yeah, Mambas.
Take
you,
it away.
You take
We'll
away
figure out something else.
No. I mean, there's only so much you can do. Mambas, you take away the fast break. You take away the easy buckets. Okay, and 2, when they're in
Take
the half,
notes,
when
team.
they're in the half court, Shane is going to be one of your main ball handlers, and he's going to look to make a simple, like a backdoor cut. He's going to do a simple entry level basketball plays that you learn when you're in elementary school. Okay. Some guys still don't know it. And we're 30, 40 years old.
They're not doing
okay.
it.
Okay.
Still in
So
my
We give him
20s,
Mike
so
notes.
Still
So
in my
now
when,
20s.
when you guard Shane, okay, you don't let him shoot a 3, and you deny all his passing options. Let a 40-year-old man try and beat you to the hoop. He'll get tired. He won't do it the whole game. I'm telling
Sean's
you.
47, man.
He
He ain't getting tired.
He's 47 now?
He's tired.
Any 40-year-old is not going to want to continuously go to the basket. When you're
No, he's
older,
talking Shane,
Leave
not
me
Sean.
open.
Yeah.
That's the strategy. Leave me open so I can beat you.
Leave Pat open in the
hey,
corner.
he's still holding on to that La Familia. That bag, letting Tone know.
Give us a little glimpse of the game plan.
That's how I
Mike.
got it.
No
That's
chance.
how
Yeah,
I
you
gotta-
saved
No
you saved
chance.
this. You saved this
Have
that
you
game.
discussed
You
the
saved
game
this.
plan
Mike
with your
see me
team?
go. When
I've
that's the strategy,
discussed the
Mike see
game
me go
plan
off.
with
Yeah.
me.
But you know what?
I've discussed it with
Me and
myself.
Ash have gone over this.
No,
No,
but-
she doesn't care.
No, but
about
honestly though, Mike is
Mike
due.
knows what he's doing.
Mike
man.
is due for a better shooting game.
Guy
Just
had
like
15 points.
no, I'm talking shooting wise.
Oh.
Like
I was
like,
3 for
two
5 from
threes.
3.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was 3
Oh,
for 5 from 3.
Okay, good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
That
I
was my game.
I watched your game the prior week.
Yeah.
The prior week.
Oh
okay.
no, the whole season I've been terrible.
Yeah,
The season
for sure.
before in the semis,
Hey,
right?
you did have
You hit some
nice
big shots.
layup.
Like,
Nice
Big
layup.
shots
I had
on
one.
those
Yeah,
games.
the one. Yeah.
Mike
Listen,
can hoop,
I
man.
saw you practicing a half.
I know they're coming in with their
'cause I
best
missed 3 in
strategy.
the first half.
We'll adjust
Yeah.
to whatever's thrown
Yeah.
at us. It's gonna be a close game.
I think it's been a really good game.
Yeah.
Game of the week. Make sure you get some good
Probably
reps
the
for
game
that
of the
game.
week,
Nah,
yeah.
man. Game of
Yeah.
the week is not us, man. It's Coyotes and Panthers.
Speaking of refs, to take it back quite a bit, why did we have 7 referees in our game?
Because Daryl wanted to ref to get his last point. And then before the game even started, Braylon and Day Day came up and said, these refs suck. Why'd you give us these refs? Yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, hey, let's just give them a try. We'll see how it goes. And then Daryl was talking to Tommy and blew the whistle randomly. And then I look over and he's talking to the sideline, not watching the game. And
He's
then
outta there.
immediately I said, Eric, get your stuff. Let's go.
So we had
And then Eric got changed. And then when Eric went over there to that baseline, Nick's like, let's get a good ref. And so then Nick came in. And he
howdy,
replaced
partner.
Eric.
Let me.
So,
put his cowboy hat
Yeah.
on. He was
We
ready
had the
to
same
go.
amount of. We could have just played 5 refs against 5 of you guys, but it is what it is. We tried. I tried my best to do the best refing that we
I
could.
feel like we went from calling every call to like just okay, now we're not going to call anything, and it was like
Was there 7 or was there 4?
5 refs.
5 refs.
Yeah,
that's
throughout that game.
pretty crazy.
So you think it would have won with 3 refs?
No, we ended up having 3 at a time.
Oh, okay. Got it.
but
got
we
it.
s-
Got
we
it.
It was
yeah.
just. It was just a little special.
Got it, got it.
It's,
A little
it's
special.
different because different people call different things.
Well,
So
Daryl
was
didn't
the
call
Goblins.
anything. He wasn't paying
Yeah,
attention.
Goblins get like a 5-man ref rotation.
We needed another guy.
We got to get a half a win for that.
The whole thing
Put
that
us
threw it
above.
off was one ref was wearing a hat and the other 2 weren't. That's all it was. All it really was. So
Was it cowboy hat?
yeah.
Oh shit, it was Nick.
No,
Yeah.
he didn't wear a cowboy hat. Oh,
It was the.
Backwards glasses.
It was this like straw type hat thing. Whatever.
It was
he's
a
wearing.
MAGA hat.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Oh, of course.
So Mama's all around.
Well, dogs,
Okay,
but
okay.
3-1. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah,
You guys
I'll
can be
do
wrong.
dogs.
Thank
I'll
you,
take it
thank you.
2-2.
2-2.
2-2?
All right.
2-2.
Ash picks dogs.
Oh, they win.
Darvis picked.
Since you
Mama's.
brought it up, let's talk about MVP before we close it out. Because you said you don't think it's Alex.
I do not.
Who do you think?
Me personally, I want it to be different than what it always. Usually, the MVP is always who scores the most points, puts it in the basket, whatever. I think it's Sean, just because the impact, the load he takes
Number
off the
2 pick.
the load he takes off the rest of his team. So, I'd go with him if I was to like vote. You know, if it ended today. You know.
Fair
So-
enough.
So
I mean,
and it's unique. It's
Yeah.
it's better. It's better a guy averaging less than 10 points, but
Like a
doing-
double-double.
Yeah,
on
but
the-
literally
take this.
But literally doing almost everything else on the court. Like
Yeah.
you got to think of it like that.
Flip
you know?
his rebounds to his points or his assists to his point or whatever. I mean, That stat
And
line
it's
is
and
still
you know
crazy.
it also like I don't like to ride anybody's meat or anything. I'm never gonna be like that. but like dude, the dude's an older guy in the league. There's a bunch of 20, 30-year-old dudes in the league.
he's still getting on the floor
and like he's
hustling.
like he's older, he's smart. He gets how to play, but like he's effective in what he does.
Big
and
time.
it affects winning. It affects winning.
I noticed that in
Yeah.
your Dragons game.
Yeah.
Sean and Shane are on the bench. They start to rally a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit,
yep.
and they
I
start to
talked
come
about that
back.
with Sean.
And I'm like, it
That's
just
how important
proves
they are.
like I'm gonna go with Kyle. Like that guy has a really, really good case for MVP. Like
When I voted, I obviously have Tommy up there. I have Alex up there. And
I
have
would
Sean up
probably
there.
go Sean, Tommy, and then
Alex.
Alex.
Here's the thing. Here's my one thing.
But you said Alex earlier.
Here's my only thing against Tommy, which he's playing great. He's doing what he's supposed to. He's doing his job. He's
Yeah.
doing his job, so you can't complain like about anything.
Right.
But you can. There's about 4 to 5 guys in this league that you could put in his spot and tell him to do the same thing, and they'll be pretty darn close or do the same thing that he's doing. That's the only thing you could say if you think about it like that.
Mm.
You know. So
Because you guys are constructed for him to be
yes,
that type of player.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
can be the top of the zone and leak out and get those easy buckets.
I just
And
like
it's-
that you guys see how valuable Sean is because the season before he was in and out of the league. There's a whole mess. And then you lost one of your guys. And I said, I can't vote that you can take Sean because you're going to win. And I think Sean is a key piece to a lot of my
He's
teams out there
the
outside of
key.
Oh
the
yeah.
league.
Oh yeah.
He does things
Well,
that
yeah, when his plus minus on your team is out
200.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's absurd.
insane.
I mean, it's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
he and he gives you so many extra possessions and
Yeah.
kicks it out to the right people. He's not greedy. He just wants to play smart. He will yell at you and say you fucked up here. I mean,
And he's been a good ref.
good ref
I like that.
Yep.
and a good dude, man. Good dude's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, well, you know the kind of dudes I always still play with and used to play. You know
Yeah.
those TNT guys.
Yeah.
Smart. Sean's kind of along the same line of the way he plays. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I mean I like what he does.
For
So,
sure.
I mean,
for sure.
so if you know basketball, you notice those things.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So,
Just
so,
like you said, impact.
Yep.
If
Well,
you take him
yeah.
out,
In the season
are the
before,
Mambas like the Goblins?
in the season before, we were old, but we had a lot of IQ. You know, even when Alex went down, like you said earlier with the Sterling situation, which we'll talk about later. IQ is important, man.
It's big time. It's everything.
Yep.
Who's
Now-
the guys that are not going to turn it over down the stretch?
Well, the
or take
guys
a
who are
stupid
gonna be
shot?
like guys like I mean I've always been like this, but like even keeled, like yeah, some shit happens.
Right.
But
next play.
yeah, like you're not gonna overreact or like freak out or like start bitching at each other.
I'm not going to yell
Yeah.
at the ref while you guys go get an extra point down the stretch.
Yeah.
Or next play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's a lot of guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those, and again, different league. I try to call a timeout before half. They don't ever give it to me because we're up 20 or something.
Yeah.
But that's in one more play that I can get another point or 2 points. Those things add up.
Yep.
People don't think about those little plays where I shot something with 10 seconds to go in the half. They come back down and get a 3,
Right.
and you lose by.
Yep. Pat throws the ball, then I get a floater from beyond half court.
And that's how
There you
y'all
go.
won, right?
We won by a few points. Yeah.
4 points, I think, at the end, but
Yeah.
that was a big play.
Yep.
Shout out Coyotes.
Yep. Team to beat. Team to beat.
No, I love the discussions. In the chat, we see Braylon said MVP, Alex or Sean. Tommy gets MIP.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Tommy averaged 30 last season too. So
So then that's the Dre thing. Dre says he wants MIP because he's averaging 6-7 points.
He don't get it either.
Trey was
He-
excellent last year. It's just like
That's what they're saying.
I mean,
MIP is like something that
me,
like,
me personally, I don't really. I mean, stats are great. That's always a good thing to look at. But I go by like eye test.
like this guy
this
had
is what
2
you
points
this
all of last season. Now
so
he's-
who would you give it to then based
MIP. Well, Sterling was in
Sterling
there.
was-
Sterling was in there.
I did vote for him.
I mean, I know he's on my team, so I might.
No, but
I think there's
He's
like
he's
I think there's
there.
like 3 clear options.
on a smaller scale, Jay Nola still's in there.
And no,
Um,
because of the
last few games.
no because of the scale that the other 3 guys have. Jay Noel is not on that level.
So
who do you got? I might be
I have
missing
got
somebody.
Gene Lopez, I've got Vaughn, and
Yeah,
then
Vaughn is-
and
Vaughn-
then I have Sterling.
okay,
But
Vaughn-
if
Vaughn
you
took a
look at
season off, right?
awesome game.
if you look at Vaughn's season 4,
Vaughn's a
he
good
shot
one. That's a
like
good one.
1 for 26, and it only took threes. Shot atrociously, was out of shape, did not do much for that team at all.
In shape, hitting threes,
In shape,
rebounds,
looks phenomenal.
defense.
Yes, doing everything right.
Vaughn looks really good.
He's
out there.
definitely a guy
He's
that's
important.
improved
That's why they're in
tremendously.
games
Yeah,
because
he's
of
a
him.
huge key to that
Oh,
team.
I was thinking Gene Lopez on the Coyotes.
Gene Lopez,
Gene
yes,
Lopez,
that's what he
yes,
said.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Gene
a good one,
Lopez,
too.
that passes that eye test too.
Yeah.
You see the way he's playing now compared to the way he has.
Well, here's the
he's
thing.
got minutes.
Even with
Give him
him,
a chance.
Yep.
he actually controls he doesn't turn the ball over. That's
he's
just another like
pretty
simple
smart.
valued skill.
Right.
Like you can,
There
all
was
right,
a-
I can
there was
handle
a-
the ball.
Yeah,
the
he's
guy's
so
a
low
point
to the
guard.
ground,
Yeah.
which is
He's a
great.
legit
There
point
was-
guard.
It's
yeah,
so hard
yeah.
to take it.
I thought for sure we're gonna steal this ball from Gene in a big play down the stretch, and he protected it, man.
No, dude, the guy can handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a legit point guard.
And I want to throw Batman in the mix just because his stats before were like 0.3.
He's got to do it again though. I got to see another
I know,
sample.
but still, like,
another sample.
He's
Yeah.
been
I
hitting.
think that kind of goes with Jay Nola, where like your whole team kind of.
But the
Benefits.
thing is, it's just points. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
they're
he's
not
not- he
rebounding.
has,
They
like,
don't
zero
have
stats and
assists
everything.
because Sean's doing everything else. It's like they're just scoring more, which is great for them. But the other guys are doing everything else more.
Yeah,
Bond's
yeah.
getting more blocks, rebounds, steals. Gene Lopez is getting more rebounds and assists. Sterling's doing everything. Like, I think on a grand scheme, improvement wise, those three are just
yeah.
exponentially better
Yeah.
than what they
No,
were.
but Sterling is like I think the
I didn't
biggest
think about
surprise
Vaughn.
for
Sterling was that
Vaughn's a
guy.
good
I
one.
don't know. I think Vaughn is
Well, and
to
Vaughn-
me. I think Vaughn's up
Minus
there.
the week prior where he had 8 turnovers.
turnovers.
But
Well, how about the
And
2 games
19
where he had 6
fouls.
fouls? You can't count those.
He hit 7, and then potentially 7 again. But I gave him 6.
You know what? You
So-
know what?
So he's leading the league in fouls as well.
He is, but thank you.
He
I'm
could have
not.
a quadruple double one week with 10 fouls.
Uh,
No, but
golly.
I mean those are all good names. But yeah, Sterling was it for me. I think.
he probably won't get it now just because he got hurt. But
Did he make the minimum games for?
For awards, yeah, it's 5. 5
Okay.
games for awards. So he's in that conversation. But if Gene and Vaughn keep playing the way they do, I think that award goes to one of them. I mean,
Okay.
there's 3 more games.
I
Yeah.
think so.
So it's
We'll see.
unfortunate for Sterling, but he's got next season.
We'll see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Anything else we want to touch on? Chat, anything else you guys want us to touch on? We've got Darvis in the chat. Doesn't get much better than this.
Do you want to do any of the other awards, or are we ready to wrap up?
I mean, it's up to the fans. I can't see how many viewers we have. Earlier, they said this is the least viewed podcast we've had.
They were talking shit
Because
They
we're all
said it was
white.
The skin color.
It's because we're all white.
yeah, none of y'all could beat my ass though. So
Mike's a rapper. I'm just
I put the shirt on for Tom.
Franchise.
Tommy, this is for you.
Tommy be trolling.
I come from humble beginnings, my man. So
You know?
Tommy, what size shirt are you? I'll get you a franchise shirt on
Hey,
Sunday,
let's go.
so you can rock that from here on out.
Do you
Nice,
want
nice.
to talk about the rookie of the year real quick,
I mean, I think that
or DPOY?
if Sean doesn't get MVP, he gets Rookie of the Year.
Got to.
And DPOY, I think we need Day Day and Nick on the podcast in order to have that full hour and a half of just
They can arm
discussing
wrestle,
this, suck each other off, and see what happens from there.
after
Uh-oh.
dark
After
already. Dim
dark.
the lights.
Batman.
Mike.
Batman's
ready?
the only one subscribed. It's a shame. Maybe that'll get us some more.
Like that photo with Christian Cruz and Dre.
No.
Oh boy.
Shout out to those guys. They're
Yeah,
really
the
nice guys.
DPOY is tough because it's like you look at stats. Stats only tell so much because it's steals and blocks.
And everybody's gonna be like, "Yo, this is the most annoying guy that guards me." There's another factor. Like some guys are
Right.
gonna think
Damn,
like
this
that.
dude's
Yeah.
And that's
me
why they're
up.
in the chat, because they're annoying in the chats too. Day Day and Nick, you're most vocal. Maybe you deserve it.
Ah,
I'm just kidding. I really
I
don't feel that
played
way.
a couple seasons ago. Nick was on my team. He's always gonna be in the conversation. Just
yep.
He's scrappy. He's
Yeah.
annoying. But Mike
Yeah.
Parker's got to be up there too.
Chief's
because-
always gonna
Chief.
be in it. Mike
Always.
Parker. Just
Would
those
you go
guys.
Chief over Day Day?
That's hard.
I know you got
That's hard.
and I think that hurts both
if-
of their cases
yeah,
Right.
True.
it does. It does.
because Nick is the guard on that team to guard their best guard. He's the only guy.
We have 2 to 3 guys that are interchangeable almost.
Yep.
Which is good for the team,
Yeah.
but if you're going for a individual award,
Right.
Yep.
so
It's difficult. I don't think there's a clear winner for it. Nick might go 2-time DPOY. It'll be interesting
What are they talking about? Gene and Vaughn for what? Most improved?
from MIP. Yeah.
Well, Gene had one really good game, but
I mean, Gene even last week he had 6 assists.
well,
and
and
like
the thing was,
8
dude, he went
rebounds or
from
something like that.
Gene Lopez.
Gene
My
Lopez,
fault,
not
my
Ballister.
fault.
Ballister to me is
he
out
went
of that
from playing
conversation.
like honestly like
He wasn't playing much.
8 to
No.
12 minutes a game
Me
to
and
like
him were
actually
a lot
playing
familiar.
like more than half the game now. Like
Yeah.
he plays like
plays
so,
a huge role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And they're winning.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Gene's definitely up there for most improved. And if it's the 6-man, he is coming off the bench sometimes, but he has to hit the minimums. That one's a tough one, too, because everybody's...
Yeah.
I
how
feel like I don't have a
how
clear
what's
sixth man.
this whole like with what's the 8-minute rule? 8 punishment? What is
So
that whole
every
thing?
player has to play, excluding captains. Every
Okay.
player that has paid has to play at least 8 minutes a game.
Okay.
If they don't, before there was like a free throw penalty and bullshit like that. So what we did to incorporate the new penalty box rule, however minutes that they missed or however much time that they missed, that much time will be a 4-on-5 penalty in their next
the
game.
beginning of the game.
Okay.
So
like that.
that's how we want everybody to
Dang.
play their minimum, especially with 8 guys on a team. There's no reason why guys shouldn't play 8 minutes.
Dang.
Who'd
Who'd y'all play? The Ravens or Dragons?
When it
Yeah.
happened.
Coyotes.
Oh, yeah.
They fucked up, man.
Yeah, they did.
fucked up. Oh
yeah.
my god.
So did we. We had it too.
Okay.
And Eric blew the whistle on every call, and I had 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes. So
So you guys did. foul a
Darvis
lot.
wants to know how many
Early
minutes
yeah,
TP's
but
playing.
in the games that it's gone the whole season, the fouls that were called aren't like they haven't been called. So like when I'm playing overly aggressive in a game that's like playoff level game, us versus the Coyotes, let the kids play. Let us play through
I agree.
contact,
I
both
agree.
sides. It's not like if I cause a turnover, like the one where I undercut Dallas when he was trying to get the ball. Sure, that's a foul. It caused a turnover. There's another one where Alex crossed it half court, and as he's throwing it, my hand's up and he hits my hand. The
Yeah.
pass goes through. Nothing happens. They call a foul. Let the play go on.
Little stuff.
We don't need that. And then Eric tells me afterwards it's because people were saying that we don't call enough in the ref chat or something during the
Influenced.
week, and so he wanted to blow the whistle to prove a
man.
point.
I've
It's
had
like
to not go to the ref chat.
yeah, it's like
well, I'm be honest. I was in the ref chair. I left, man. I this
I
whole
didn't leave,
season,
I just don't go in there
I'm not.
anymore.
I'm not. I just left. Excuse me. I don't want to see none of that garbage.
How come
Because
it's not refing game?
no,
I'm not
I
reffing
refed a
games
couple.
either.
I refed a couple. Just
I did
you know.
early on.
Shot down.
You have your
You're
points.
right. There's a lot of trash in that.
I need to get guys points now, and I know
Yeah.
who's going to be there as well. So like when the games are important, I'm going to put our better referees in,
Yeah.
especially down the stretch.
Just you have guys like you got to also know just as a person know your surroundings. Okay, if I'm just gonna use a couple guys like that, but if I got like problem child, Mr. Hoopstar down on one end, he's gonna let a little bit more go compared to let's say like
Sway.
yeah
Eric.
like a Sway or
Ish.
even like sometimes like a Pat Klein even like he's a little bit tighter depending on
Pause.
so yeah good pause
Dang
but it's like some games I'd be like all right we switched ends now you can expect something a little bit different.
However,
Yeah.
people start complaining, and then the roles reverse, and now the same team
It-
gets the opposite
you know,
thing the next half. And
No,
it's-
no matter what, you're not going to make everybody happy.
no, I get that.
So, you know what? Just control what you
I
control.
try to
Play
just call it-
better. Play better.
Like you were saying, if it creates an advantage, I'll call it.
Yep.
If it's little shit and it does nothing to the game, like shut the.
That's
Yeah.
the point.
Keep
You're,
Play
you're-
through the
Play-
contact.
play
It's
yeah.
not like
it,
you're
like-
playing like college or AU or high school. This is like a men's league. Like you
Right.
can't call every little
I
ticky
think it's
tack.
NBA.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
better.
We have a few that call.
You know,
I feel
well,
like
if you
in
call
our
every
game, there were
ticky tack
a
thing, you're gonna
few-
lose a lot of gameplay time. Everybody pays to come do this. So like,
I
dude,
feel like we had 37
if it-
foul calls in our game.
yeah,
36.
If it affects the game and it's obvious and blatant, it
Right.
should be called. You know, but if it's a little
The
thing
refs
that
are doing their best job,
Yeah.
and like,
No, I get it, and
Yeah.
I give him credit.
but
I'm
It's tough.
notorious for letting the people play,
Yeah.
and I get bitched at about it. But I know how I play defense.
Yeah.
I ref it that way. I
Yeah.
ref it as a way. It's like let the defense play defense. If he hits
If it
his arm,
creates an advantage,
yes.
like you said.
I play soccer rules. I play advantage for the offense. If he gets hit, but now you have an advantage, why am I calling the foul and stopping the play?
Yeah.
There's no
Right.
point advantage. Then if you turn the ball over, all right, now I'll blow the whistle. Now we can stop
Yeah.
the play.
I've played a lot, coached a lot. Sometimes you got to play through it and control what you can control, man.
So
Just,
you're
just be better.
saying
Be better.
You're taking over for La Familia next year.
No, it sounds like Tone. Well, I don't want to put anybody's name out there, but Tone's on the fence if he's coming back or not.
I
It
heard-
might not be. It
Yeah,
might be
my-
like the Selly games
yeah.
where it's the last one, but it's not really the last one.
yeah.
me and Mike got some insider information, but we're not going to share that just yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to tell me offline or?
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said sure.
Yeah.
Depends
Just
how
can't
many
tell
more
the
drinks
world.
happen after the silly after the dock. But
He's got work in 4 hours.
Tone said
Probably
that
three.
he loves
Three now.
Nick, but he was trying to trade Nick's ass for Dom all season on season 4, was it?
Season
Five?
4, yeah. No, he wasn't. He wasn't trying to get Dom. I was trying to trade Dom.
Oh.
yeah,
oh.
yeah. He
But
didn't want Dom.
Then we kept Dom.
Then we kept
It
Dom.
all
But
worked
he
out.
did say sorry, Bat and Pat, for not playing. Whatever,
you know
man.
what,
You want
Tone?
to play Tone? No, that's rude. Should I share what the dogs' game plan was in the finals?
What?
Attack the fat, man.
Oh, I told him this the other day. You had all these fat guys guarding
Yeah,
me, and it was very
Kyle,
disrespecting. You had Quentin, you,
Kyle.
Tone, and somebody else, and you're guarding me at half court, and I just ran around them and passed you the ball, passed Sway the ball. It's like
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. If I remember that game,
I had a good
y'all,
game.
y'all were hot. though.
Dom was
Dom
hot.
was hot.
Y'all,
And
y'all-
I think I had like 18.
You had 18 in both of the playoff
No,
games.
but like
yeah.
the 3-pointers
Those
y'all
were the
made
days,
that
right?
game. I like
Good old days.
I watched that game because I was pissed that game. But like I went back and
Nick
watched.
shot like shit.
Yeah, we didn't play our.
Why
best.
was Nick shooting threes? He just had to go the whole facilitate a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't play our best, but I went back and watched that game. I'm like, yo, these ninjas were hot, bro. They were hitting shit that game. That
I
helps.
mean,
that helps.
We
Couple
had
of them
fun.
were
We
wide
liked
open.
our team, and like
Yeah.
it's such a huge difference when you're having fun
Yep.
with your guys,
Yep.
and then when you're just playing with the team.
stress free.
Yep.
Stress free.
And you know what?
Yep.
And I said this. We should have. If Phil, Power Rangers had Phil,
The
I
Power
think they would have
Rangers.
beat us in the semis.
That was another team. They just gelled together. They
Yeah,
just, you
when
know,
they had him, but
yeah.
he-
On paper
you
they
were
didn't
on
look
that
good, but they
LaFamiglia team.
played better
What-
than what they were.
No,
Yeah.
he wasn't. He was on the bench of that LaFamiglia team.
except I got us into the second round.
There you
Yeah,
go.
He clapped his elbows together and splashed that thing, man.
That was also tough.
Game
to
winner.
Play like back to back.
It was. I mean,
That's
like Tone saying, I didn't. Me and Bat, whoever else, Tone for a few seasons had his 6 people, his 5, 6 that he wanted to play. I don't blame him. You know, sometimes you got to do that.
So I mean, when I play in other leagues or used to play in other leagues or whatever, we roll up with only 5 or 6 guys.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
don't bring 8 or 9. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not very common in a men's league if you got your guys.
No,
so.
for sure.
yeah.
That's why. Well, see what you guys do with Sterling.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Yes,
We're at
sir.
an hour 45. Ryan's got work in 3 hours. So
Hell yeah.
Cool.
we're going to wrap this one up.
Let's
I
take a
appreciate
shot.
you guys for pulling up.
Always.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Next week, I don't remember who I promised that they're going to be on, but I promised somebody. So I'm sure they'll message me. If they don't, it'll
Nick
be
and
somebody
Day-Day.
random. It might be Nick and Day Day.
I think
So
that'd be a good one.
Oh, really?
yeah, I know it's going to be a pain in the ass episode, but I think it'll be hilarious. So I'm pretty sure Day Day's this week. It might be the week after. But anyway, thank you guys. Make sure you like the video. I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds before we close out. Like the video, subscribe. Let's keep. Yeah, share it. Share
It is funny. You'll see like 47 views and 5 likes. It's like just like the damn.
Do you guys
video.
not
Yeah,
even like us?
Like the games
You're on
too.
the page.
Is it 'cause
You're
we're
on the-
white?
You're watching
Yes.
the games.
And,
like
and
the
hold
games.
up, Darvis. Fucking subscribe, Darvis.
Come on,
You're showing
Darvis.
the clips, and I'm seeing the subscribe button on there. Subscribe, Darvis.
Subscribe or you're
Now
getting
Darvis
traded to
has
the
a
Goblins.
Nokia. He don't know how to create an
Well,
account.
the thing is this: ask Vaughn for an email, and then use one of his emails, and then subscribe. All right, everybody.
Jesus Christ.
You had plenty of time now. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you guys next week.